Nice.
Wait. This bad boy can fit so many Sunkissed in him.
All right. Well, here goes.
Hi guys, welcome back to Ananya's Adventures.
Yeah. Okay. So, sidebar over. I want to point that way, but I know it's not that way. It's actually going to be that way. I got to get used to that because this display is inverted and I really hate it. But that way, which is me pointing at RJ on my end, shows me and Ananya. However, RJ, you're playing a character tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
Woo!
Let me see if I can find. Hold on.
So we don't actually have a display for him, and I definitely don't have time to make one for him at this point. But just because this is the new sort of standard, we may put up displays like that as time goes on for people who come in. Anyway.
Nice.
So for those of you who remember our last adventure, RJ, you're playing
Tordrum Ruby Eye. That's not actually his voice. I just need to do something to make it.
You know what? I think
all right. Well, there is a bit to go over as far as recaps are concerned. So I'm going to give you a little brief recap. So Ananya, the Wood Elf Ranger, has had a bit of a traumatic past, and she has seen the name of her father on the label of a noble estate. In our last session, she investigated this home, went inside, and found 2 butlers, one of which was the bit weighty, but strangely somehow almost proper-ish kind of dwarf, Tordrum Ruby Eye, which you now know his last name. And there's also Sanev Sylvestrin, who was the elf butler. It's the 2, and he has been around for a while. Through some conversation with both Tordrum and Sanev, which Ananya eventually had after a bit of investigation, she entered the house, talked with them, and found out a bit about her father that she did not know before. Found out why he went on these business meetings that he'd occasionally head out on. Found out there's just so much to him that she never knew. Including the fact that he is apparently associated somehow with the Cult of the Dragon. So you guys, you guys, the 2 of you set out on a riverboat, which, by the way, RJ, make sure you mark down, it was 40 gold out of the, do you remember how many total you had? I believe it was 100 gold total, marked down 40, because you took 100 from Ruvion's treasury.
Right.
And Nanya, you, I don't know if you marked down the full price for yourself, because it was kind of late at night and I feel like things got a bit confusing. But yeah, so RJ marked down 40.
Just make sure I'm adding a total of 140, right? Because I had...
No, you had 100.
Oh, in general, okay.
You took 100 from the treasury for travel expenses.
And then add an extra 40.
No,
right?
Subtract 40 because you are paying 40 to the person who's captaining the riverboat to take you down.
Wait a second. Then why do I have 300? I don't think I gave him the money. I think I'm the one with all the money.
No. Tordrum took his own money for travel expenses. You were given extra money for anything you might need.
Well, Tordrum is a little thief.
Tordrum's a thief?
Thiefy hobbitses. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not the hobbit.
Hobbitses.
I'm a hill dwarf.
It says.
I'm a hill dwarf, not a hobbit.
Hobbit says.
I will slap you.
In the words of the big orchid trolls, what's a flubla burger? A flubla burger. Sorry.
All right. Yeah. So we, RJ, there are some things that Tordrum should have in his inventory, which I'm gonna remind you of. There was an item we spoke about the other day, which you should be able to add now, which you couldn't before for some reason. You're holding the short sword. Specifically, it's a wakizashi. It's a single. It's like a Japanese short sword.
Smooth again.
What?
Wait, didn't I take something too that I need
Yes,
to add
you
to my
did.
inventory?
You took a hatchet which shook vigorously. It was technically it was a hand axe. I should specify is the proper title.
A
But it was
magic
shaking.
hatchet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you have not had time to identify it, so you don't know exactly what it is, what its properties are. So you could just add a custom item called hatchet ? Unless, and of course, here's the thing. You have about 2-3 days of riverboat travel ahead of you. So
how do you spell wakizashi or whatever?
WAK. You're not going to find it on D&D Beyond. It's just custom item.
Okay.
Short sword and then rename it.
can anyone tell me how to make a custom item then?
Yes. So go to equipment, manage item, manage equipment.
Got it.
There should be add
Custom item.
Yep, there you go. And then you should see custom item pop up, and you can click on it and change its name.
And it should now be called
Hatchet ? or hand axe ? I should say, until you take the time to sit down with it and figure out its properties.
Oh, I'm so excited. I have no idea how to do that, but we're going to find out together.
Okay, just for reference, typically you can, during a short rest, attune to a magical item or identify a magical item. Short rest is about 30 minutes, half an hour to an hour. And it's just taking time to sit down and relax. So if you just sit down, relax, you can check out the item, figure out its properties, and identify it. Maybe not to its fullest extent. If you want to know every single thing about the item, that would be through an identify spell.
Which I don't have, so.
Nope. But there are people that do. So if you want to pay someone to do it, there are people out there who do that.
Should I have the power to heroism?
Yep. That is the thing that I was referring to.
Technicality.
Although Tordrum does not know what it is, so he has not had time to identify it.
Yeah.
But as of now, Tordrum is just essentially carrying stuff for Inanya.
Okay.
Inanya, remember you have the backpack?
Right.
Okay. Also, did you add that 40 gold back? Because, I believe you took some money off, right?
What do you mean
took some money out of your inventory at the end of the last session to pay for the riverboat, right?
I don't know if I actually did that. It says I have 316 gold pieces, and then I have 20 platinum. So I have 516. So I don't think I removed any.
Hold on.
Because I had 16 to begin with, and it gave me an even number.
I think it added up to 500, right? 400 or 500 gold.
I thought it added up to 500 because I only had 16 before this.
If not, yeah, it's fine if we do that because the platinum, remember, 1 platinum is 10 gold pieces, and I said, I believe, add 10 platinum. So you have a bag of 300 gold pieces, which is quite sizable. And in it are a few pieces of platinum. So I don't know if you struck that deal or not. I don't know if there would be a reason for you to have platinum. Also, one more thing. Sorry, there is a reason for you to have platinum. and I don't think I mentioned this before whenever we were talking about it, but in your time talking to the Order about the Ravikalan estate, and when you went back and talked to them very briefly, they did give you a bag which had a tiny bag of 5 platinum pieces.
Why did they pay me?
Because you struck a deal with one of their members, and they are an honorary organization, despite what it may seem. So at this point, you can add the Order of Phantoms to your allies.
Ooh. Is that under features and traits? Or
It would be in your notes section.
notes? This is so cool. Oh, my other ally. I put the Tibetan Mastiff as an ally. I don't think that's supposed to be there.
Considered an ally, why not?
Okay. Well, technically, he wasn't mine to start out with, so. I don't know how to spell phantom. Phantom. Oof, did it wrong.
P-H-A.
Sorry, I can't spell.
P-H-A.
Got it. And then
S. Order of Phantoms.
And then the Mastiff, because Stanley.
So assuming your gold initially counted up to, well, I'd say you probably had 400 gold and 10 pieces of platinum, I think is what it was. Right? How much gold do you have now? You started out with some.
I have 316 gold and I have 20 platinum. So do I need to change something now?
Oh, sorry. No. So that's right. So there was 200. So 200 gold worth of platinum. Okay, so you did not actually pay for anything. Because you started out with 16
I have
gold.
not.
Started out with 16 gold. You have a bag of gold, and in it is 20 platinum, not 10. I'm glad I caught myself on that because I figured 400 gold was way too much to carry around. Okay, so yeah, so you have not paid for anything just yet, but I'm gonna ask RJ take off 40. You take off. Oh, shit, you negotiated an actual price. I want to say it ended up at like 95. No. Yes, 95 to go
95?
fast.
What in the world?
85 or 95 gold. It
Not
takes
for the
40 gold for one
riverboat.
person to go all the way down. You struck a deal which lowered it by 10 gold, I think. Because it was the two of you. And then she raised it by 10 gold.
Why would she raise it? Why would she take it away and raise it if I was going to offload every single thing for her every time we stopped?
She raised it an extra 10 gold to be especially quick about it. And you also offered your assistance in moving stuff.
To make it exceptionally quick. So I did not actually get a deal.
So you did get a deal
not
because
good
this journey realistically would have been 3.5 days. You are looking now at about the end of day 2 to the start area of day 3. Is your current prediction. So it has helped. So
I forgot.
So you mark off 40 gold. I forget the actual number, and that really bugs me because I thought you did this last time. So my apologies. Just mark off for now. Mark off 50 gold. And if we're wrong about that, which I'm sure I am, we'll look back on the recording. Maybe we can worry about it during break, get the specifics, but for now we're just kind of wasting a bit of time, aren't we?
Oh, shoot.
What?
I pressed the add instead of the remove, so now I think I have to take off 100 now. Okay, we're good. I'm solid. Sorry, that took some major ass thought right there. We're good. Okay. I'm ready. Bolt, zoom.
All right, so Tordrum, you should be down 40 from where you started, or did you initially? You added the 100. You're down 40, so now you're at 60 extra.
Yes.
Okay. And Anya, you have a.
Oi.
You have a shitload of gold on you, and Anya, and all right. So at this point, let's actually start our session.
Yay!
Yay! The time has come. Let me pull this out because this is important. All right. There we go. Get some ambiance going. So, you guys at the moment are starting to float down the river, headed out from Scornabel to Baldur's Gate, where Tordrum is expected to pick up a gift of some sort that was intended for Ananya. Ananya is going on this journey as well, perhaps to see the gift. Maybe she'll stay around for that, or maybe she's going on to go find her father right out of the blue. Few more things to add, which you have not really taken the time to identify. Again, you're going to have plenty of time over this riverboat trip, so if you want to look into this more, that's cool. Just remember you have a backpack that has 12 rations, okay? And there are 3 or 4 maps on it, in it. I think one of them was a scroll of stuff. Nevertheless, if you remember what you got last time, you remember it. Otherwise, yeah.
I remember.
Okay,
kind of,
good.
but yeah, I remember.
I do have specifics, but for now, we're just gonna hop straight into this and top selling. So you guys started heading down the riverboat. As soon as you got into this boat, which, by the way, a little description of the boat. There is, let's see here, I keep lowering it down there. There's a front section where cargo is stored inside for like valuable stuff that can't handle rain. This middle section is full of cargo. There's a back section which has a few hammocks in it, and there's also storage there. This is most definitely a vessel intended for transporting large amounts of cargo up and down the river. There is a set of stairs here which leads up to an upper portion with a very shortened wheel, where the halfling captain that you spoke to before is currently working the ship down the river. This is a picture of her.
Huh.
All right. So she is floating this boat down the river, and at the moment, you've got pretty much nothing to do. There is a bit of extra tension, as once you've got on the boat, you immediately put Stanley into one of these like back rooms to just kind of hide him. It's a miracle that the dog did not get spotted on your trip down Baldur's Gate, on your trip down from the north of Scornabel all the way to the south where the docks were. Or if he was spotted, nothing was said. In any case, the travel onto the boat was completed. Stanley is currently inside one of the back rooms. And Anya, you are out there wherever you want to be on this boat. Same thing for you, Tordrum. Wherever you want to be on the boat. But currently the captain is just kind of moving the ship down the river.
Tordrum?
And Anya?
That one on speech. So I don't know if this is the perfect time to say it, but also to connect with the other session. I said that immediately Ananya would go to the side, maybe so that she can look out over the river and write a note, in hoping that if she does happen to cross paths, or if she can find a way to send the letter to the other guys, that she would. So I think that's what she'd be doing for the first part of the boat ride.
Alright, so for like about the next half an hour to an hour, you take time kind of trying to write and rewrite this note. And in the end, you're not really like super satisfied with it, so you just kind of like push it off to the side and leave it next to Stanley, who's at this point come out and started sniffing you and trying to get your attention.
Loki just pets Stanley and like, leave me alone. I'm trying to write.
All right,
Oh,
Torgrim.
Tordrum's going to be
is
towards.
Torgrim okay?
No. Tordrum's going to
Torgrim
be.
has a coughing fit. He's allergic to reeds.
Tordrum's going to be towards the front of the ship, kind of like watching forward, trying to see if like, just like watching.
Okay.
Is that like looking for anything particularly, just like kind of surveying the land and area?
Okay. For sure. You head out from. Wait a minute. I need to find the list of absolutely everything that you pass. All right. As you step out, you take a look, and as you watch the surroundings for this sort of first hour that the ship seems to be moving along, you see a tree that looks like it has a face that seems to be watching you. As the shadow creeps across it, it almost looks like the little indents in the bark are eyes that follow you as you pass by.
Tordrum's going to intensely stare at it and trying to figure out if it's actually alive.
Make a nature check.
Yep.
Tordrum's perplexed by this because, like, Tordrum was only in. I'm pretty sure. I think we agree that Tordrum was like never left Scornabill.
Well, he probably.
Whoa! I gotta talk to Torgrim and figure out where the hell he's
Briefly.
from. What'd you roll?
I gotta figure out like
12.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're not really sure. It's very suspicious. This tree may, in fact, be watching you. You do know that there are movement of shadows as the day goes along. It is perfectly normal, but I don't know. It's a very strange sight that this tree just almost seems to look at you as you pass. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
A little further down your journey, you see there's a massive herd of giant goats that seem to be grazing across the land. Towards the south, there's a few of them. There's like 30 that are just scattered along the plains. They're just moving about, doing their own thing. You also have another ship that passes by you, which seems to be going in the direction that you came from. And it's pretty uneventful, to be honest. At this point, it's mostly just grassland to the south, and bits of grass to the north as well. That's about an hour into your journey. Another thing I want to bring up, which I did bring up last time, because this may impact what you want to do on your journey, is just a reminder that you can gain proficiency with tool sets and with things of that nature. If you spend enough time, you can learn another language if you just put enough time into it, enough downtime essentially where you're not really doing anything. So you are considered in downtime right now. So if you wanted to start working up a proficiency in something you don't have a proficiency in, for example, if you have a jeweler's kit and you want to get good at actually using a jeweler's kit, work proficiency with it. Stuff like that.
I wish that's that cool. I do not have any kits on me. But after I was done with the writing, I want to try out that attunement thing to the act, because I don't think
Okay.
I'm weirded out. I want to figure this shit out. Why the heck are weapons shaking?
So you hold as you're messing with this, you aren't quite sure how attuning to an item works. You've heard that you're supposed to, for some magical items, create some sort of bond between yourself and the item that links you somehow, but you're not quite sure for this. Whenever you grab this hand axe, it shakes pretty vigorously, but the more time you take with it, you can slow the shaking down. You can tell as this thing just shakes in your hand. There is an intense magical energy in it, and it's a bit strange. It seems to be you know what a hand axe is. You know what an axe of this size is. You can throw it if you're strong enough. It is a strength-based weapon. It is not finesse. But you realize that even as you're doing this, your lack of strength is disproportionate to the enchantment on this item. You find that whenever you swing at something or whenever you throw it at something, the item itself tends to, if you realize you have an off throw, it tends to almost auto-correct itself. It has... It's not perfect, but it is far better than anything you've ever seen. This is clearly a strong enchantment, and you realize even the slightest cut with it is extremely strong compared to an average axe. This is a hand axe +3. In game terms, what that means is you have +3 to all your attack and damage rolls with this axe. So by default, it'll do 1d6 damage by default, but the absolute minimum amount of damage you can do with this thing if it hits is 4. So it is a strong weapon.
Am I strong enough though?
It's considered very rare. So the +3 bonus is, okay, your strength modifier is -1, right?
Right.
This +3 bonus not only cancels that, right, but gives you 2 extra on top of that. So you would essentially, if you were to throw this, it would be like having a strength score of 2, essentially. So yeah, you would subtract 1 from the total +3, because that's just your strength mod. But this thing is surprisingly really good.
Well, shit.
Yeah. So go ahead and put a hand axe +3 in your inventory. It's a magical item that is considered very rare.
I'm wondering just how he came across this. So I have hand axe ? So do I click that and add stuff to it, or is this an actual thing I can find on D&D Beyond?
Remove hand axe ? Because now you have an actual magical item which you can find by searching it up. Yep.
Okay, inventory, manage equipment, add items. Where's the search bar? Oh, it's loading. Here we go.
Hand axe, and it should say hand axe +3. Or is it hand axe? It is hand axe, right? Yeah.
It's +1. Hand axe plus. Ooh, it's purple.
Yeah, it is good. It is.
It is big good.
Insane weapon. Okay, Tordrum, what are you
doing?
doing?
I feel so happy.
She's identifying this hand axe.
I just want to double check something. I do have the Halberd of Heroism in general, right? That is...
Yes, but you have no idea what it is. So if you want to take this time to identify that as well, you can.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay, so yeah, you do figure out the properties of this halberd. You figure that as you're holding it, you are imbued with a sense of bravery, and standing in the front of the ship and looking out, you feel like the world is yours. Like, there is nothing in this world that can scare you. You think back on that tree that was frightening you a little while ago. It's just a fucking tree, man. You could cut the shit out of that thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So realistically, this halberd, once a day, as a bonus action, you can essentially cast heroism on yourself, which will give you 5 temporary hit points at every turn you have for the next minute.
Okay.
And the temporary hit points then go away at the end of that duration.
Yep.
But you are also immune to fear for that time. So if there was an effect that is related to fear, it would not affect you. If that was acted upon.
Gotcha.
Okay. Also, it's a halberd +1 by default, I think. So it has a magical enchantment as well, similar to the hand axe, where it does occasionally like adjust your swing.
It does.
And it has a bit of extra power to it. Both of these things feel surprisingly light, by the way, both of these magical items. They are lighter than their mundane counterparts. It's just the nature of the enchantment that helps them to glide around quicker and just be improved.
Okay.
Well, that's what we got. So you're about an hour and a half into your journey now, maybe 2 hours. And at this point, there is a stopping of the boat as you see your captain here, who I don't believe you got the name of. She throws down the anchor, and she there's like a small cabin out a little ways off to the side. Says, "All right, well, time for our first batch. Come on." And she starts using some sort of like lever contraption to lift up one of the barrels from the center of the ship, because there's a good amount of barrels clustered in the center, and she pops one up. Looks to you, Dordrum. All right, I need that one. I just need the 2, honestly. You can stay if you want.
Torjum's just gonna. How heavy are the barrels?
As you go over and try to pick it up, just make a strength check.
That's a 9.
9. You start to get it up, but you feel yourself being pulled down by it. You're starting to realize you can lift it. It's just you don't think you can make it to that cottage without a stop in between.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one up and try and carry it as far as I can before having to take a rest.
All right, so pick it up. Captain lowers a little plank on the side, which descends onto the roadway, and wheels it down. So Tordrum and the halfling captain walk off. Nanya, you are left on the boat on your own right now. Anything you want to do?
Did she see what barrels that the captain had pointed at?
Yeah, so the captain pulled up a barrel and pointed at one for Tordrum to grab, which he grabbed.
Can I grab the other one?
There is no other one. It was just 2 barrels.
Oh, there's just the 2.
basically
Shoot,
yeah.
I'm on the boat by myself. Like by myself. Like, I got
Well,
nothing to do. I'm Stanley. That's right. Well, I would like to have Stanley with me as I go through the pack, just to make sure that I have all of the details of what's actually in it. Like, I want to look at the scrolls that are in there, get the details on all of it.
All right, so you take some time going through the backpack. 12 rations, I believe. That was the number we figured out, I think.
How many rations?
2 stacks of 6, I think, were in the bag, so it should be 12. There is, I mean, some of the gold that you took was actually put in the bag with the rations just so that it would look less conspicuous, because a massive pouch of gold being carried around, especially in a town like Scornabel, is probably not the best thing to have.
Yeah, that's a big no.
A few thieves guilds.
Out of character, this is I try to do a plug, but plug ain't working. Do you have the bots on or in Twitch? I was like, this is a perfect time to do a quick plug because, yeah.
Thank you very much for catching that.
You're welcome. I thought.
What's going on?
It's,
Did you see this really funny comment?
Which, yeah. If physical energy can convert into thermal energy, how hard would it take to punch a chicken to cook it? And then one slap would require the velocity of 3,725.65 miles an hour to fully cook it. Which is awesome because the guy who put that there, I actually know him, and I told him to come on. I don't know if he's sure or not, but like,
welcome.
what's up, dude? I'm gonna try. No.
I'm just gonna put a comment right now. Shitternet, I have McDonald's Wi-Fi, and the connection is at 1 bar, so y'all sound like Minecraft. It's funny, but yeah. So we might have to repeat a few things, and if I really can't hear you, just type it.
All right, so I am sending pictures of the maps into the
Ananya one.
Yeah, into your little Ananya area. All right, there you go. So it's 2 maps, and the other one.
And are all these black dots?
So there are some black dots that are on the map, and there are some other ones that are pinholes in the map. Again, they seem to be kind of scattered. They don't really have a pattern to them, but yeah. So that's what you see. So you have on the big map, yeah. There's that smaller map, which is more centralized on the Troll Bark Forest itself. And you're realizing as you're looking at this, it is Troll Bark, not Troll Back.
Oh my word! How many times have we got this wrong? Too many. The answer's too many.
Well, Sanev is not exactly experienced in this anyways, so I'm not too upset.
Troll Bark.
Yeah, so it is Troll Bark, and you can see that there is something that's positioned in towards that coastline, western coastline portion, which is in a small area, sort of outside the forest, but relatively close to it, which is kind of weird, to be honest with you, where that's positioned. And you are noticing that, just kind of looking at it, the pinhole from this one and the pinhole on the Sword Coast map, because there is a pinhole sort of nearby on the Sword Coast map, they aren't in the same place. That's just something to note from it. And there are there are a few things. Again, the Sword Coast map, I already sent you a map of the Sword Coast, but you folded that one up and took it with you. As a matter of fact, I may have actually written down everything you took with you. Oh, right, okay.
Wow. I just figured out why it was shitty. I cannot have Twitch open at the same time as we're doing this.
Oh, yeah, it does make things a bit worse.
All right, if I have to re-ask you questions about the map, it's because it was Minecraft that whole time, and I was really trying to hear you.
Okay, so you didn't hear what I said?
Don't repeat it. It's fine. I have the physical picture of it, so I'll just ask
so
if I need to
basically
ask.
I'm talking a little bit. Yeah. Oh, and the fourth map that you had was the map of Scornabel, which you took with you because you asked for all the maps.
Okay.
The bag you were given was actually 500 gold pieces. It was 20 platinum and 300 gold. And the one thing that has, well, actually two things have not been looked over. You've not looked over the Wakizashi, which is in the possession of Tordrum, which at this point now starting to come back. And you also haven't looked at Rivion's robes.
Shit. That's right. I have the robes. I need to write that down. I'm writing everything hand down so that I can add it to my thing later. Wow, that was not English. Okay, so Torbjum's coming back right now.
Yeah, Tordrum is coming
Ananya
back.
wants to call him over.
You can see he's sweating a little bit, and the suit's a little bit messed up from carrying the barrel, but
Let me fix myself up. Oh, how may I help you? I'm fixing up my suit. Yes, I
would like to speak with you with what is in your pack, if you don't mind.
What would you like to talk about?
Well, specifically that one, sword of sorts.
Swords? The would I know what it's called? I don't think so.
I didn't know if Ananya knew what it was called.
I don't remember if you knew what it was called before. But sure, make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Should I make one too, or
you made one before and
don't even bother.
Ananya, okay. Ananya didn't know. Tordrum also doesn't know. It's a short sword to you.
Sword of swords.
Didn't know, but I told you, Aubrey. Okay,
right. I remember
it's
that.
It's a short sword.
Can I please look at the sword?
Yeah, the like I'm gonna pull out the halberd by accident and go, you mean this?
No.
Oh, okay. Put that down. And I'm gonna pull out the wakizashi. Like, this?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yeah.
Now, Ananya would like to see if she can discover what Tordrum discovered with that item.
Tordrum didn't discover anything with that. Tordrum looked at the halberd.
Tordrum. Oh, I want to look at whatever the heck the
the halberd, or the short sword.
Well, I already looked at the sword, huh? So I can't really actually look at it again.
You were just given the short sword. You've not taken time.
Oh, cool. So then I would like to actually check that one out.
Okay. All right, Tordrum, what are you doing in this time?
Tordrum's gonna look at Ananya and go, when you're done looking at that, can you tell me about it? Because I'm kind of curious too. I don't know where my accent went, but like, yeah.
It's okay, it happened.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
All right, so you spend the next half an hour kind of messing with it, and it really doesn't have any of those magical properties that something like the hand axe had, or I don't know if you even paid attention to him swinging around the halberd, but even that had a bit of occasional strange correction to it, and you're not sure if that means he's a skilled swordsman, or if he's getting lucky, or if there's magic in that item. But as far as this one that you're swinging around, you're concerned that it's a bit. It looks like it's more ornamental decoration.
Oh,
it looks like it functions quite well as a short sword, but it does not seem to have any magical essence to it. It has a sharp blade, and it is very decorative, You're not quite. I don't know if you would know. I would say you could make a roll, but there's not even really anything to roll. Basically, you're not sure why he has this. He may have had one at home or something, but you're not quite sure, to be
In the
honest.
words of the dwarves, it's merely a letter opener.
Oh.
Hobbit
Yeah.
references. All right, and then I'd like to find Tordrum.
Okay.
Toward still like towards the
Cool.
front, just kind of chilling, looking out.
I can tell you what you see along your way.
Okay.
While she's doing this, you take a look outside. It is 12 rations. You look out there and see there's I have so many things, so many notes. Okay. You pass a massive river reeds. There's a small boat that's it's been pushed up on the shore. And there's a human who's there, kind of. He's like in the very, very beginning stages of like pulling out a sort of tent, try to set up like a makeshift campsite, throwing a little bit of wood in a small area for a fire. And as you pass, he just kind of gives you a wave.
I'm gonna wait back.
You pass a dead Y-shaped tree. It has no leaves on it, but it is shaped like a Y, and it's dead. Yeah. Okay. You make a stop or two along the way. We'll just skip ahead a little bit because this is a long journey. And yeah, so that's what's been happening as time goes on. So you walked up to tell him about the sword and stuff like that, right?
Yes, I would like to. Wow. Non is allergic to reeds too. Tordrum,
Aye.
the sword is kind of just a sword. It looks as it hasn't seen battle, though. It's merely decoration, I assume. I'm not sure what it's been used for, but it's just a sword, I guess. I'm not very educated in this, I assume, but that's what I can tell you.
You have seen this along with some of the other weapons in the trophy case that Rubion has in his map room. But it's not like just this weapon. It's basically all three were in there.
Okay. I should look at it a little bit too, to really get a grasp of what it is.
Have you seen any of these things within my father's home, or can you tell me anything about the home itself?
Yeah,
I've not been there.
I have seen this with two others of its kind in a trophy case in the map room.
Out of character, I want to ask Tordrum questions, but I don't know how much RJ the person knows.
If not, I can fill in for him if that's cool. RJ, you can just tap out if you need to.
Yeah, this is kind of where I'm gonna tap out now because I don't really know much about the estate.
Well, that's
I was
okay.
gonna, like,
Tordrum
ask
doesn't know too much
questions
about
about the whereabouts and what's going on within the time frame that he's worked.
Yeah, Tordrum's only worked for like
a few months, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
weeks.
A few weeks, yeah.
I think we said like a month or so.
Yeah, roughly.
About a month or
Oh,
two.
because
It's
I remember we briefly spoke. about it. And I thought he said that he had seen my father come in.
Yeah, the last time that Ruvion was in the house is when he was hired.
When he was hired. And we
Yeah.
decided that we think it was before my celebration.
Yeah, but it was a very close time frame, and you're not quite
Yeah.
certain.
So, yeah, anyway. Well, then I don't know if I'm asking. I'm going to go back into character, but whoever knows the answer can respond.
Okay.
Jordan.
Aye.
When my father last visited, did he look as if he had seen battle or disgruntled in any way, or did he look okay?
No.
I,
All right, I'll torture him for you.
I just didn't know that answer to that.
So he seemed like the average noble, proper and presentable.
Gotcha. I got this now.
Was he eager to hire you? Where did he find you from? How did he know to hire you?
Alright, well, I grew up in Scornabel. I was born and raised there. I originally was from the quick question, where did we put the map of Scornabel again? Did you show that to me? Because I just want to reference.
Yeah, I did send it to you.
You directly send it to me, right?
Maybe at some point. I'll send
Oh,
you.
here,
another one.
I found it.
Okay.
I was from the Poor District, and I've done. I don't know the word for it, but like, I've always dealt with people and taking care of things. I was more of a housekeeper in a sense. I've worked odd jobs of just, cleaning or working with people and service of that kind. And eventually I worked my way up more into the wealthy noble district, and I eventually found that he needed another butler for the house. And so with just working jobs up, and I thought I would try, and ended up I did get the job. And so now I work for your father. But originally I was from Scornabel, like I said, and again, just from living and working, trying to work my way up, I've acquired the skills to man the house of a noble, apparently, to the best of my ability I have. And yeah, that's how.
I'm going to interject for a second, Aubrey. I think there was a little doubling over there. Did you notice that, RJ? A little doubling over there. It might have been me. I saw you like.
Do you want me to get
lights up when you're not talking? That usually means.
Do you want me to be really loud for a moment?
No, it's just like.
Wait, keep talking.
Yeah, just talk like you were.
I mean, I don't. I'm not hearing any doubling over at all, or.
I wasn't either, but it could just be because RJ is slightly louder than you when he speaks. So I had it turned down to where it worked for you, but not for him.
It could also just be like miscellaneous noise in the background. On her end.
I'm just seeing it pop up every so often, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any thing.
Well, but you're saying that and it lit up.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not seeing anything right now. I'm just not doing anything.
It only does it when I move because the piece is by my hair. So when my hair moves, it's
miscellaneous noises.
Back into it.
Here, I'll just move it away.
So yeah, that's about it. That's the story.
Interesting. Seems very normal.
Thank you.
Can Ananya roll for whatever the heck it is when you sense the intent of someone as if they're lying or
Insight?
not?
Yep. Insight.
Yeah.
Go ahead and insight check. And RJ, I want you to, if you are
Oi, the name's Tordrum.
Tordrum,
15.
if you are lying, roll a deception check. If you are telling the truth, roll a persuasion check.
That's a nat one of truth. I'm not lying here. I'm not like.
All right, Ananya, what did you roll?
15.
Tordrum is a very socially awkward person. This is probably like the most intense conversation he's had since he was hired. He's trying to like persuade you, but he's like, you can tell he's not lying at all. He's spilling the truth, but he's just very blunt and not very. He doesn't seem the deceptive type.
Okay. Tordrum, were you aware of who my father was, other than just a noble from Scornerville?
I'm gonna out of character. I'm gonna answer this, but if I'm wrong, just tell me.
Okay.
Back in character. No, he was to. I just knew him as a noble. I didn't know if he was of anything else at the time.
Okay. Did Rokan ever give a visit while you were working? I know it was for just a short time as is, but... No.
A rogue? No.
Not rogue.
Oh, wait, what did you say? That?
Rokan, my brother.
Oh, I think you said a rogue. And I thought Theo. No. No.
In all fairness, a rogue did come by during your time.
Yeah, a rogue did come by, but like...
There was
I was
a
about
tiefling
to
man
ask
who was
if
invited
you knew
in.
anything. I was about to ask, Tordrum, were you aware of the order that is in Scornerville?
I believe it.
What is an order? No.
I knew of thieves, but I don't think he would know the name of it, would he? He would just know of the thieves. Just they're thieves, right?
Because he knew that the thieves came in and stole shit, right?
The order is a bit too general to really judge anything. What order? The police? What is there like an order of nobles?
What kind of order are we talking about?
Oh.
There's a lot of things it's going about.
The thieves who had come in to steal. Were you I think they called them the Order of the Phantom, if I recall correctly, because Ananya would recall that, right?
I think
it came up in the conversation when we were gonna do the whole freeing everybody thing. Okay, yeah. The Order of the Phantom.
I don't know. I just know there are many thieves in Scornabell, but I don't know of that order.
Do you know why they stole from my father?
I would just assume they're thieves. And he's in the noble district. Wealthy man. Thieves steal from wealth. Yeah.
Out of character, I love you, RJ.
Wait, what?
You're great. You're making me laugh so much.
Why? Is it like my accent keeps changing or something?
No, it's not that. It's just you're playing him so well. He's obviously extremely confused and flustered about what's going on. He's like, conversation, people,
Well, I'm just
I love it. I also
Because
want to
he's like a
commend you for
man.
I'm just being myself, but with an accent.
It's
Since we're taking the time, go ahead and take inspiration, Tordrum.
go Tordrum!
I still have
Get a
inspiration.
Gandalf kiss.
I still have inspiration on Tharnak, but I still have yet to use it. I don't think
Okay.
Tordrum's ever going to use this.
All right,
Actually, I might,
so
because I don't know.
Mm.
I'm more connected to Tharnak and use it on like a death saving throw or some shit.
it's a valid use.
Exactly.
It's hard. Why am I on a boat ride with the only one out of the two that doesn't really know shit? Ugh.
Because I'm new. I'm
You did
new.
this on purpose.
He knows how
Fucking
to.
what's his face? Sorry.
Because I'm new, and he knows how to take care of the place. And again, I'm new, so I don't know everything, and he does. So keep the more experience back there. And
Secretive?
What was that?
Is he secretive with things? Is there things he does that he doesn't? He tries to not let you see people that come over to talk with him or anything.
I can take over this one if you want.
yeah, I wouldn't know that personally.
Tordrum looks at you and he's like, nah. He just walks around the house and cleans shit. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. You saying what I think you're saying.
Anyone come to the house other than my father and the people in robes in the past?
I haven't. No one's come by in the amount of time that I've been by.
Gets knocked the hell out before anyone enters the home. Sorry, out of character. I did not.
I'm gonna be honest, this butler thing's a lot easier than I thought it would be. I don't really have to do anything, to be honest. It's kind of great.
Mm.
Big, nice home. No one comes by. Pretty much a free place to live. And I get paid for it.
Oi!
Oh,
Oi!
That's his catchphrase. Whenever he
Can I?
attacks,
Oi.
oi!
Call Stanley over and have him kind of sniff him. Have him kind of sniff him out.
Stanley kind of stumbles over. Tordrum, you see this dog that is the size he's the size of you, and he comes over and his face is right in your face, and he just kind of sniffs you, and his wet black nose is just.
Tordum's gonna like get a little antsy around him. Just kind of try and back up for a second, like take a step back, so I have some room between us.
I just want to see if Stanley likes him or if Stanley's going to get upset with him.
Make an insight check.
Tordum's gonna
For
slowly.
Insight check for Stanley.
For Stanley, okay.
Tordum's gonna slowly try and put out his hand, like cautiously, be like, "Nice." Like he's a little scared because there's an animal his size in front of him. Also, quick question: how tall is Stanley?
Stanley is a big boy, but I
He's
don't
a
know.
big boy.
It's not on here.
He's got a lot of floof.
I think based off of how I just... Well, does it have... I'm trying to look at his stats right now and see if he has like...
Tordum's 4'8".
It would be his wisdom. He
His
doesn't have anything
wisdom?
specific to insight, but yeah, it's wisdom.
It's the wisdom modifier?
Yep.
Okay, he got 15.
Fun fact:
15.
Tordum's now 5'8". So is Stanley.
Well, Ananya...
Tordum's a
Okay, I
dwarf.
know that technically Ananya
Three?
could ride Stanley. So he's big enough to be ridden.
Five would be on the very tall end of dwarf, I think.
So that's what I'm getting like, because hill dwarves are normally like 4 feet.
I don't have anything on
Average.
here to tell you how big Stanley is. I don't think we decided that.
So I'm gonna just say
He's Tordrum sized. You can
Tord-
roll height later.
Tordrum's 4'8".
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it right now. We're gonna roll
I want
Torgrim's
to roll
height.
this. I want to find how tall Stanley is
All right.
and how much he
Torgrim.
weighs.
Here's
Oi.
what I'm gonna ask you to do. You're a hill dwarf. Take
Crap,
out
mate.
2d4.
I have 1d4. I'll roll twice.
Okay. Roll it twice.
That's a 4
Mm-hmm.
and a 2.
Okay, so 6. So 6 on top of 3, 8 is hurting my brain. 4, 2.
Oi! So the exact 2 numbers I rolled.
That's fair. So he's
4,
4, 2. And then, yeah, go ahead and put this on the character sheet, because why not? He's 4, 2, and also roll 2d6 for me.
That's a 2. And that's a 5.
Okay. That's 6 times 7. 42, right?
Yes.
Or
No.
is it 30?
Wait, hold up. You said 6 times 7?
Yeah.
42.
God, wow, look at that. I'm so good at math. What is it with 4s and 2s? Okay. And his weight is 157 pounds.
Ooh, he's a light boy. He ain't that big.
I'm 4'2".
Well, he's 4'2", and he's got this much weight.
True. Okay.
You got a bit of chub. Anyway, okay. Well, now we know this. This was a nice detour to go on.
So Stanley is also 4'2".
Yep.
And then he's also 150 pounds. That's a huge dog.
You're never like the exact same size.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, I made it I was just editing the custom stuff for Stanley so that like when I go to now I can see it. Okay, cool. I probably did that wrong, but we can double check later. The reads. Okay, I rolled insight for Stanley and he got a 15. For the sniffy snoofs of the little dwarf
15
man.
insight. He doesn't sense really anything wrong with Tordrum. Stanley is just always sort of meh with people. He looks over to you to kind of defer to your judgment as Tordrum cautiously sticks his hand out.
I'm like hand up, like I'm, as if like there's something in my hand, but there's not. Like for him to sniff. I'm not like going. I'm not.
He looks at you and Anya.
I'm not like this. I'm like this.
I give Stanley a nod, which means go ahead and play with, as in like nip.
Can I
Yeah.
give him some food for my rations? Like,
Sure.
Can I pull out a piece of jerky?
All right.
I'm gonna look at Anani and be like, do you mind if I give? Oi, do you mind if I give some to Stanley?
Sure.
So I'm gonna
Just chuckle to herself because she already knows how Stanley's gonna react to this.
I'm gonna like have it in my open hand again and like hold it out to him cautiously though.
Sniffs at it for a second and he chomps on you, and your hand bleeds a little bit. I'm gonna say you're not gonna take any like actual damage from it, but you can see like his tooth kind of scraped you as he.
Next time, put it. No, oi, note to self: put it on floor.
Be careful. Stanley only likes me.
I can tell, but he is yours. I'm not a big dog person, but oi, he's yours.
Oh, yeah. Indeed.
Oi, indubitably.
Oh,
I honestly don't even know what indubitably means.
I don't know either, but that was a great word.
I love the word.
Okay, so
Possible to doubt.
Is it possible? Wait, are we about to like see stuff, or can we do something else?
I was considering you were about to, but I was actually just going to do a time jump if you were. What do you want to do?
I wanted to check out the robes now, but have Torjum
Okay.
look at them with me. Since he doesn't know about them, might as well have him do a check too.
All right, so the two of you are taking time with them. The robes themselves seem to have a bit of a magical presence, which you detected earlier. What it is, you haven't quite found out yet. I should really be asking for Arcana checks on these things, but I've just been assuming, you've had enough time. It's a long boat ride. You'll be able to figure it out eventually.
I'm still making that roll.
I'll
Okay.
make a roll too.
Why is Torjum just so bad at everything? That's a 4. That's a
I
fucking
got a
4.
17.
17. Okay, so Tordrum, you're just kind of there watching her inspect the robes. Like you're trying to support. You're doing a great job, and Anya, he's.
I'm
They're
sorry.
robes.
They're robes to me, but you look like you're doing it. Keep it up.
Okay.
Thank you for the
So
support.
you do kind of mess with the robes a little bit. They are purple robes, and they have bits of gold in village. I don't know what the word is, but gold inlaid with ornate patterns, which is surprisingly, it keeps it a bit sturdy. The robes they're thick. They're like heavy robes, but they feel light to you. And you take some time, you mess with it, you actually try it on, and you realize like it seems to almost adjust a bit to your shape. Not like a crazy amount, but like you can see it like moderately. After a little while of wearing it, it expands a bit for you to put it on and to wear it actually fits to your form a bit. You get the feeling that there is no major magical enchantment on these robes, aside from maybe that bit of extra lightness and minor size adjustment to it. But you do sense that with this, these robes could go over any light or medium armor, and they will give you a +1 to your AC.
Tordrum.
Aye.
These may become useful to us as we discover more about my father's past. Seems that it will help within battle as a form of extra armor of sorts. You are welcome to. Do I have all of them?
All of the items, or
Like, how many robes do I have on me?
Oh, it's like a it's a piece of cloth. Like it is one.
No, I know, but like, did I take 2 robes? Do I have all robes? How many were
there was
there?
only one set of robes in this chest.
Okay, so there's only one robe.
Yes, it's a robe. I said robes, but it is
Singular robe.
Yes, my bad.
Okay. If we were to need it, we can use it, I would assume.
Okay. That is good.
Found cheese powder on my desk from my mac and cheese.
Yeah, it is very like fancy. It's not noble attire, but it is most definitely some form of formal wear. And
Out of character, I just have a random question. Is there a spell that can make you see what an object had been through?
that would be divination magic. So kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Who would you need to find in order to see if there's someone who knew how to do that?
That would be a diviner. Divination is a school of magic. It's we can go into it later since this is out of character if you really want, but
The best person to find would be a cleric or a wizard.
Because I was gonna say if we
Got
because
that.
Ananya would want to talk to someone about the robes and see if they would know. So I just needed to know who I would need to run into or look for, depending on where we're stopping and stuff.
Yeah, so there's that. Also,
Okay.
the identify spell may assist in something of that nature,
Okay.
but it might be a bit like that might be reaching a little bit outside the bounds of what the identify spell can do. But it could tell you like basics. Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Well, that's all I wanted to do this far.
I'm back.
So you've checked all these things out.
Does Ananya realize if her letter's gone yet or not?
It is not.
Okay.
Not at the moment, no.
Is it on her still, or did she put it down and leave it there?
Nah, you kind of left it on top of a barrel.
Okay.
One of the barrels we took out.
No, but at this point the ship does actually stop and says, "All right, all three of you, come with me." You see, there is a path that leads very far into the place itself. Words.
What's reports?
It's a sort of smallish wooden area.
I'll say, please make a wisdom saving throw for me for just being smart.
Being dumb.
To see if you can.
So it does. There's a path that leads off into some woods from there. All right, come on. Got a few things to deliver. All right, I need. All right, she points to you, Tortram. You and me carry this crate, and there is a big crate compared to you guys. And she looks at you and on you. That barrel over there. Take it.
Okay.
It's So, try to lift up the lid, and you actually look inside, and there are some berries. No, not that one. The one next to it. Grab the
I
barrel.
can see what's happening here.
Your face to face is greatness in its strength. Grab that barrel and start walking off into the woods.
I'm glad someone got that reference.
Are you talking about the rush berries?
No.
No, I can see
Actually,
what's happening.
Ananya, make a nature check for me.
Ooh! Well, it's not going to be a good one, but 9.
They are some form of berry. You're not sure. But they just appear to be berries of some variety. Anyway, so you throw the crate over your shoulder, and you throw the barrel over your shoulder. More accurately, you struggle to keep it on as you're carrying it back, but it's a little bit of a trek with this barrel and with RJ. The Tordrum and the halfling captain, who you still not asked your name, walk along and go up to after give or take 2 or 3 rests for you to get there, because this is heavy. You end up making it to a small cottage in the woods, in a sort of wooded area.
That's not scary at all.
It actually looks pretty peaceful around, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's a small sort of dangling symbol, which is kind of it's like a medallion that's dangling in the front of the house, and as the wind is pushing it, the medallion kind of swirls around and unswirls. It looks like a sort of like a right-handed gauntlet holding a sword by its by not by the hilt but the blade itself. And it's just a medallion. It just kind of floats back and forth in the wind.
Out of character, is this what I think it is? From last
Maybe.
session?
Might be. Torden wouldn't know. And
Excuse me, sir.
As you
What
knock
are you
on
doing
the
in
door,
front of my house?
as you knock on the door, a man opens.
What are you doing in front of my house?
Wait, I was told to deliver crates.
And you do
delivering
see
a
in front
barrel.
of you, Jeffy, there is a large crate, and there is and Nanya here is holding a barrel over her back and struggling to keep it up, and actually puts it down in front.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Come on in.
Okay.
So can,
All right, so the halfling woman tries to lift up the crate and looks expectantly at you.
he's
Tordro.
gonna go. No. Let me give you a hand with that.
Okay.
It is for me after all.
So after a little bit, you've managed to get the crates inside. Yeah, so you do see in front of you there is a halfling woman who is wearing a sort of blue captain uniform. Looks like she is a captain of a riverboat. You see a dwarf in a three-piece suit, tuxedo-looking fancy boy. And you see a black robe dressed woman with a large scar down her face.
But she's still pretty.
That's quite an interesting crew you got here, Captain.
Well, they wanted to ride.
So I've been looking for one of those myself. I need to get to Baldur's Gate as fast as possible. Do you mind if I hitch along?
Depends. You have 30 gold,
Sure, I do.
right? She takes some money from you and invites you to come back for the ride.
He's gonna grab his gear, like the big chainmail and the helmet, and his two giant swords.
Some
All
random
right.
person has just joined you on your riverboat ride. And you do see he is a half elf. You want to describe yourself a little bit?
Sure. You see a large half elf with a full chain armor. He's got two massive longswords on his back. He's got black hair, green eyes. He's fairly, like 5'10". You can tell he's definitely been through battle a lot. Looks kind of withered down, but surprisingly optimistic.
The hell?
Also, hi.
Hi. Welcome to the campaign. Okay.
All right, so Tordrum, you're getting a bit antsy. Kind of embarrassing how you're not able to hold up the crate on your own, and just you've never really felt this sad about the fact that you're not too strong. You kind of start heading back a bit mopey-ish ahead of the group, and eventually you start to perk up and move along. The rest of you follow shortly after, and Tordrum, as you are approaching the boat, you see there is a ship that is just the very end of a ship that's passing by. And they disappear.
Can I make a reception check?
Sure.
I wonder.
Let's hope I don't get like a fucking nat one again.
Tordrum can't roll for shit, just so you know.
I've been in the stream.
Oh, you have.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Okay. So yeah, you do see there's a decent, a hefty man, with a flowing beard, tall human, who is casually driving boating down the river.
Rolling.
Captaining.
And you also see there is a he's weird. He looks very strangely proper. He's a human. He's got black hair. Kind of looks very keeps himself in a sort of proper position, and he you see
Hello,
Theo.
Gandalf, is that
I see
you?
Theo.
He's not Theo.
You don't know he's Theo, but you see Theo.
Yeah, I got that.
And then they're gone.
Theo disguised himself as emo Gandalf.
No, the person on the ship is Theo. I am not right now Theo.
Well, no, I know, but he said a guy with a long flowing beard. Theo doesn't have
No.
a beard.
That's a different guy.
Oh, okay. So he saw multiple people.
Yes, two
Yeah.
people. He saw a human
Oh.
with a long flowing beard and a little bit of weight to him who was actually moving the
Oh,
boat
okay.
along. But he saw this guy next to him.
Okay. This makes more sense. I was like, Theo disguised himself as a Gandalf. Why? What is going on? I want to watch the campaign now. It's okay.
There's a lot of shit going on.
I
yeah, a
A
heard.
lot more way crazier shit. As in the
Sorry,
Westward.
my sessions aren't that crazy. Okay.
So
No,
they're
that
very
was
dramatic.
that was a reference to something.
You'll find out whenever you watch it. Okay. Plug. Go watch the campaign. Okay.
Here's the Discord.
Yeah, Discord and chat.
Beep
all that.
bop
Okay.
bop boop. Let's go.
But just to move things along a little bit, you spend a little bit of time.
Crying in the corner.
And Anya, you see there are wet mud tracks that turn into just wet footprints that seem to have gone onto the ship that you were on. And they actually go over by that crate of berries that you had opened up earlier, and they seem to go off towards the end of the ship and just vanish. They move towards the side of the ship and they're just gone.
This sucks because I know what it was, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what
Nope.
it was.
And you do
Can
notice
I
a note on the left.
investigate these footprints other
Sure.
than
Make a
Okay,
survival
cool.
check.
what is that? Ooh, she does not roll well today either. That's 16.
The prints are large. They look like there was someone of a larger size who came onto this ship. Yeah, the prints look pretty you don't know who it could be at this point because you have not really seen anything to give you that indication, but you realize after a little bit that the note that you left is gone, and Stanley is just kind of looking at you expectantly and kind of looking down.
Okay, can I cast Beast Bond?
Sure.
Because Stanley stayed on the ship, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay, yeah. I want to cast Beast Bond and have a conversation with my puppo.
Okay, so you have a you kind of kneel down and look at Stanley, and you kind of touch him on the face, and there's a telepathic bond between the two of you that is created. And he looks at you, Chiron.
Oh, were they here? Did they pass by?
Yeah,
Did he take the letter?
mm-hmm.
Did he steal anything off the ship?
No.
Out of character, that's bullshit, Elsie.
Know that.
Stanley's a lot smarter than that. How dare you?
The dice say otherwise.
What? Did you roll for Stanley? Is that what that was? Was that a roll for Stanley?
Yeah, probably.
I rolled for Stanley's perception.
Ah! I bet I could have rolled better for Stanley's perception.
Stanley wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he had walked off, which is why I made the roll. If he was looking at Chiron the whole time, then no. But
I'm gonna have to investigate the barrel next then. Because I'm not convinced. If it went to the barrel and then went away, obviously
Well,
something
you-
happened,
he
and then
said-
I'm gonna
he
feel
said-
responsible. Nanya's gonna feel responsible. She's gonna pay for it because she's a good girl.
okay, well, they went over to the barrel. You look at the barrel and nothing really seems to have changed in it. Stanley says he didn't steal anything, and you kind of trust that.
Fine. And then is Tordrum back on the ship too?
Oh
Yeah, everybody's come back to the ship, including this new fellow.
Yep, and he's just gonna kind of stand like near the front of the ship, looking over the view,
View.
all
Like
majestic.
long
Like,
walks on the beach, writing poetry on the riverside.
Jordan's gonna do what he was doing in the beginning as well, so he's like doing the exact same thing.
And Ananya's just going through the thought process of, holy crap, they were here. They're going down the river too. I wonder where they're headed. And she's going to be thinking through all of that stuff.
The captain's taking some extra time to look at the footprints and actually, make sure nothing was stolen. It was really stupid to leave the ship unattended. And she looks at
Can you give me a sec real quick?
Then Ananya wants to say to the captain, ma'am, my dog was keeping watch. He said nothing was stolen. I think we're okay.
She looks at him. It's a dog.
He is like my child. It's more than just a dog.
half elf is just gonna watch this conversation.
Stanley walks up to her and is
I want Stanley to growl at her.
I think I may have. Did I do a height? I did not do a height. Okay.
It's a half.
So
Stanley's
Stanley's
5, I mean 4'2".
Yeah.
Stanley a
so
big boy.
They're like close-ish to eye level, give or take a little bit of height difference. And yeah, she looks pretty intimidated by him. Okay. All right, I trust the dog. And she just kind of backs up. Guess we should move along then. Pulls up the anchor and yes, keep moving.
I want Stanley to do the big snoof on the new guy.
Okay. For what? Just perception? You want to have him try
Is
to
he
check him
good
out?
or bad?
Insight?
Can he tell that? Can he tell if like his...
It would be insight.
Okay. I'm going to have Stanley do an
The
insight.
half elf is just gonna stand and just look happy.
He just
dog
looked
seems-
happy.
The dog just
You,
looks.
you are standing awkwardly next to this dwarf man, Tordrum, who's just staring off as well, looking in the front, just kind of staring out.
Stanley got an 11.
Stanley doesn't like people. He just gives
Fair.
it a sniff and walks away.
Well, seemed like that went better than that last conversation, so I'd say he likes me.
We'll see.
Oi,
Why must you need a ride? Oh shit! Sorry.
no, you're good. I didn't know
Oh,
you
I
were
need to get to Boulder's Gate as soon as possible. So, figured.
Why
give
must
her a
it?
shot. Well, it's a long story, but it involves lots of destruction and probably some god being a dick at me. But moving along, yeah, and I was just saying I need to get there as soon as possible to meet with somebody who can hopefully tell me some more.
About?
Unfortunate visions, I guess. Let's just say there's some events that I would not like to see come to pass, and I'm doing something about it.
Some of the motive. What were the visions?
Well, if you have to know, it involved a big red dragon that terrorizes Hawaii's, and a lot of people being powerless to stop it, including myself, and the deaths of people very important to me. I'd like to keep that from going on.
Interesting. Were there people?
Well, there was
Just a dragon.
there were people, mostly dead, but just being powerless to stop the death of my wife is not something I want to be. So, like I said, I'm gonna meet up with her, and hopefully she can tell me more.
You're gonna find your wife, and she's
Well, I know
gonna
where she
tell you.
is, but we each are searching answers, and fortunately, I've come up pretty empty. But hopefully, she has had better luck.
Not to overreach, but I think that it was dumb to leave your wife alone.
Well, I didn't leave her alone, and she's fairly capable in her own right. But
Still,
she's
losing someone you
much
care that
safer than
much
me right
about.
now. Oh, she is very safe right now. Surrounded by friends, and hopefully no one backstabs her. It's not a
her special acquaintance. Look what Aubrey immediately got that too. It's so bad that you did though.
My life's a mess. Okay.
Well, I mean,
So I'm to say she's very capable. And right, the first time I met, she stole more than just my heart. She also stole most of my belongings. So
oh,
we're just
Why?
going to. She's very talented at what she does.
Is she a thief?
In a way,
What does this mean?
it's not important.
How fitting. Abandon your wife, and she steals your things.
No, this was the
I think
first
you
time
have
I
a
met.
wonderful marriage.
This is the first time we met. Now we get along great.
What?
That was the first time they met. Is what he said.
Oh.
Not just like just now.
Well, never a dull moment, I would suppose.
Well, when you're just like this on the average day, I assume not. And he points to the massive chain armor and dual swords he has.
Yes, it looks as if you've seen battle. Are you constantly in battle?
Most of the time, I would say.
With whom?
Whatever injustice lies out there.
Alright,
Anything?
so-
Just fight,
what's your name?
whatever.
Well, not whatever, but whatever evil plagues the land. People will rise up to fight it, and I happen to be one of those people.
Like Tordrum said, what is your name?
It's Sarazin. Sarazin
Can you
Divar.
tell me how to spell this, please?
It's Sarazin. Zen. Sarazen Davenport, at your service.
And as you've taken a bit of time to get to know Sarazen, we're going to take a 5-minute break and we're going to come back. 5 minutes because we're planning on ending at 3. So see how this goes. 5 minutes. Let's go.
I'm gonna need snacks because I haven't eaten all day.
Okay, let's go. Grab some snacks. Use the
That was
restroom,
so
whatever.
funny. Who told him that he just pop in right then and there? That was so funny.
It was,
Did
Bye.
you just text
It was,
him? Pop in now.
Yeah,
yeah,
That
pretty much.
was
yeah, we
so
planned this.
funny. That
We
really
didn't
threw me
plan
for a
it, but-
loop. I thought 2 of you guys were gonna join me today, but like I was like, oh, never mind. I guess it's just RJ and I today. Psych!
Yeah.
Pop in this tall ass elf.
Normally,
Is he
normally
handsome?
we do this. I
Is
have a
he
picture. He's fairly so he's a very charismatic, likable knight. So I imagine so. I have a picture. I
Cool.
can.
5-minute break.
5-minute
See what
break.
you've got for them.
Send the picture. I'm gonna get my snacks.
All right. Hello. So we are back. Now, here's what's up. Okay. So you spend a little bit of time going down the river. I'm gonna say we're just gonna have to do a bit of a time jump here, but you guys do seem to be getting along all right. Is there any time, particularly Ananya, that you're going to be alone, or are you just sticking with the group here? There is a bit of, considering this is like a 2-3 day journey, you're gonna probably end up needing to sleep on this boat at one point or another, and there are hammocks and stuff like that. But yeah, you do pass
What day
the
are
city
we
of
on?
well, right now, okay, so you pass the city of El Terrell on day 1. You see the bright shining light. You stop maybe 10 minutes there and get back on the road, on the river, I should say. You head down. I would say a day would pass. And in that time, I'd like to have an interaction with you very briefly, but I don't know how much time we have, so I kind of don't want to do that in actuality. If we're going
Interaction
to
with whom? Is this like someone that would be at a stop?
You hear as you're trying to go to sleep one night, there's a voice that creeps in the back of your head. So are you gonna talk to me now? Please,
What?
I've been getting lonely.
Who are you?
I'm your partner. Your real partner. The one you made a deal with.
What deal and when?
You really don't remember, do you?
I don't remember.
In that case, you're too unstable. And I can't
Too
can't tell you
unstable? What do you mean?
If I told you who I was, if I told you what I was, I have no guarantee for my own protection.
What do you mean your own protection? Are you even real?
Oh, I'm very real. And I trust that you will keep our deal.
How can I keep a deal that I do not know what it is?
You and I have an arrangement. You want to kill dragons. I I want to take a peek at their hordes.
At that what?
You want to
Dragon
kill
horde.
dragons.
Yes.
I want to take a peek at their hordes.
Okay.
Now, explain to me why, and the voice gets more intense in your head, why you left the group. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Gosh damn it! Oh, what's wrong with you? Saving throws. Clickety click. I got a 12.
So you're sitting there, you feel this intense voice enter your mind, and it becomes a bit overwhelming, and you're kind of staring there, and you realize your hand is starting to twitch a little bit, and for a second you feel like you're almost losing a bit of control of yourself. But the instant that you feel this, you fight it back, and the voice sounds in your head after a moment of silence. See, at first I thought you were playing dumb. Now, I thought you were joining this party. I thought you were keeping our accord. And now you're on some wild goose chase for a man that's dead.
How do you know if he's dead? Did you kill him?
Vanishes into silence.
What the fuck? I think you can't do that.
Not
Alright.
done.
He can. Screw you, man.
Hey, man. It happens. Alright, so...
It happened.
It happens.
That
hate
just
when it happens.
happened. I don't hear
Hate when
anyone
it
else
happens.
having this creepy ass voice that probably killed all their family in their head, making random oaths they don't remember.
Tharnak worship is Cthulhu.
Sarah's had weird visions.
Alright. Well, that's your night one. There are a few more stops you make along the way on days on the rest of the second day. At this point, having passed Elturel, it's far in the past. Approaching evening, you've had some food, had an all right time. It's all right. You've had an okay time. Nothing too crazy has happened. It's been a fairly peaceful adventure down the river. I was gonna say, what are you guys gonna do on the evening of night two?
Sarah's gonna sit on the front of the ship again, looking in the direction of what he thinks is the direction of Eltergrad, and just like
Eltergard.
Eltergard, sorry, and just
So that's
like
behind you.
yeah, Baldur's Gate. Sorry, where's it hard?
Baldur's Gate, there you go.
I had to think of the name, and just wish he was closer.
Wish the shit was closer.
I wish that he was also closer because he needs answers and he wants to see his wife, because this is like they're doing everything together and they're very far apart from each other right now.
The arms of an angel. She passed away. Sorry.
She's not dead, hopefully.
Do we know? Okay. Then I guess during the nighttime, Ananya's kind of already checked out everything she needed to check out on her person. I don't have a way to learn a new skill. Other than boating, maybe?
Yeah, actually, if you want, you could learn water vehicles. You could talk with the captain a bit. That is a skill proficiency you can pick up. You're on a boat.
Yep.
Who we still don't know the name of.
I think Saracen technically has land vehicle proficiency. I don't know why, but he does.
Wagons, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have a whole ass ride back, so maybe not yet.
Okay.
There's an
Alright.
error. I don't know
What?
if this is me. Can someone look at the stream?
What about it?
Did it like?
The network error? Yeah, it happens.
Just try refreshing it. That might fix it.
Yeah,
Oh.
usually you refresh it and it fixes, but
How long does it?
What?
Sorry, I'm interrupting. My bad.
Go for it. Go for it. We're not
How long
even
does it
bored.
take to be proficient in something? Or
Wow.
learn how to be? What?
Depends on what it is.
Well, the boating. Say I wanted to take my time out to talk to the captain.
Okay, if you are just starting boats, I mean, okay, it's not very difficult to pick up. So I'd say it depends on the vehicle. To be proficient in all water vehicles would be a very long time. To be truly proficient would probably be 250 days.
What in the freaking hell?
Yeah, but as far as it depends. The thing is, you can start, and some things are easier to learn than others. This particular riverboat might be a bit unwieldy, but if you want to talk with the captain and start learning how, you can work a few hours into proficiency in that. You just have to note it.
And it's nighttime?
You could have been doing this during the day if you wanted to. I was just asking what you were doing in the evening of the second
Well,
day.
during the day, I'd want to spend the day boating. But then at nighttime, I'd rather go talk to the Sazazan or whatever the frick.
Okay.
Seriously.
So during the day you do some boating. I'm going to say,
Can I talk to the captain real quick? Can this be a very brief convo? I guess I
Okay.
should ask her name.
her name is Gertrude.
Gertrude McFur.
Yeah, and she is she's
Can I
just
ask
worked
her?
on this river as a riverboat captain for a while now. Brings supplies up and down, stops in local places. She knows people along the river a little bit, some better than others. But yeah.
Can I ask her if she's seen any people in cloaks come by or be in any of the towns that she's been delivering to?
Plenty of people in cloaks.
No, the cloak. Can I show her the one that I have? Be bro, you seen
The
it?
purple robe.
Mm-hmm. Those things.
She has not seen anyone wearing stuff like that. Seems a bit too extravagant for her. And you are wearing this, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you showing it to her or are you wearing it? Is what I'm asking.
I'm wearing it and I'm showing her that I'm wearing it.
Okay. Yeah, so that would okay, just something to note, that would be a +1 to AC. I don't actually have a proper item made, but I will make an item for it. I just haven't thought about it. So yeah,
It's chilling. I'll probably take it off soon.
Okay. And is that when you're talking during the day or the evening?
Me showing her the cloak?
Yeah.
Oh, that was during the daytime. So she probably, Ananya was wearing it when we went to do the whatever, but then she took it off after that conversation.
So in the evening, you are talking with your new acquaintance here. Debbie?
Oh, yep.
Weird tall halfling.
No, he's a half elf.
He's not a halfling, he's a half elf.
Half elf, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's just standing there.
You chill him.
Yep.
Where's Tordrum during this time?
Where are you guys on the ship, just out of curiosity?
Sarazen's on the front.
On the ship? Okay, looking out. And Nanya, you're on the front too.
Children's kind of in the middle, just kind of looking off the side, just enjoying the view at this point.
Okay. I want Stanley to be with Tordrum.
Stanley with Tordrum?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want him to be big snoofing.
All right.
Or like he feels like he needs to keep watch over Tordrum for a little bit, but like he's still paying attention to everything else too.
Saracen
Tordrum
wants
is
to
where
ask.
again?
I imagine he would have got probably Ananya's name by now, just because they've been like a whole day together. But if not, he's gonna ask Ananya for her name, and then ask. So, you asked why I was traveling down the river. Why are you traveling?
Multiple reasons. My name is Ananya, by the way.
And as you say this and begin to have this conversation, you hear a loud shouting. Tordrum, where are you on the ship?
Side.
Gosh damn it.
Side?
Yeah.
Which side? Are you south side or north side?
South.
South?
Took me
Okay.
took me a second to realize what you.
Doesn't it make sense? Because you said the side, right? So I'm thinking east or west.
Well, no,
If the river flows north to south, he's asking like,
the ship. The ship is traveling west.
yeah.
Oh.
So I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
no.
I remember that we're traveling on a ship that's going already west.
Haha, Nanya doesn't ask these questions because she's not really that smart.
All right.
Actually, Nanya's really smart, but
You hear a loud. Oh, let me not hit that button.
now that my mouth is dyed orange, I'm ready to play. Looks like I'm wearing lipstick.
Kind of does, yeah.
Okay.
It's just like
Chef
Man.
Boyardee. And your
White hat.
skin's too white, so it hints everything a different color.
You hear a loud shouting. As let me hit this magic little button here, and let me do that. And okay, you hear loud shouting as from the southern side, which you are now kind of going about. You're headed northwest at this point-ish, but from the southern side, you see coming out from the bushes a small green figure. This is a goblin.
That's why you were petting that today.
In his hand, he is holding a strange sort of clear flask bottle or whatever.
Molotov cocktail. Oh, no.
oh god.
Inside of it is a it's let me give you an accurate description here.
Potion of a fireball.
Yes, no.
So just a Molotov cocktail then.
Well, that bugs me. Hold on.
Yes, but in D&D terms.
Yes.
Okay, there is it's a sort of clear liquid, and in the middle is a sort of small red bead. And this red bead grows outward and shrinks back into a small bead, and grows outward and shrinks. And as he is holding this bottle, he pops the cork of it and chugs it. After shouting something strange, Meow! And pops this and chugs it.
I can't understand because I don't speak Goblin anymore.
Yep, it's
That was
Goblin.
the
That's a great irony, bud. You would have.
yeah. The one time we got a Goblin who speaks
Yeah. So
recently.
that's true. He shouts at you, not at you, but he shouts in general, making you alert of his presence. And just as that happens, there are two shots are fired from up here on this rock that you're currently passing. 2 arrows, which are fired at the captain.
Rip Gertrude.
No. Gertrude.
Poor little Gertrude. Okay, I'm sorry, this is a bit difficult, and I genuinely hope I have time to run this.
Does Tordrum see this?
Yeah. You see the guy on the bottom who drinks this potion, and as he drinks it, you see his size is growing. He has gone from a small goblin size. He grows to the size of a medium creature, and his chain shirt that he's wearing grows with him, along with the short sword and bow that are at his side. He throws the bottle on the ground. Meanwhile, the two shots that fire off, the first one misses, and the second one, that one hits. That is 6 points of damage to Gertrude.
Rip Gertrude. That's such a
As
tight
this,
bond.
this shouting occurs, two shots are fired off, and immediately after there are thum, 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 as there are some well, let me just cut this out real quick. There are shots that are thrown into the side, javelins on the opposite end, and you don't really know much other than the fact that there is a guy here who's getting ready as the javelins are thrown. I would like you to throw initiative. I'd like you to roll initiative. How big are they? All of them? Throw initiative! Throw it out! No, all of them are medium-sized except for this one big boy who drank the potion. Or sorry, all of them are small. All of them are small, except for the one boy who drank the potion. He's medium-sized.
Yeah, the goblins are not normally medium.
I just rolled a nat 20 on this.
Well,
the 2014.
All right, you are ready to go.
and Anya rolled 12.
12. Okay.
There's a roll
Oh.
14.
And Stanley's on my initiative.
Hold on. First up, 20. You rolled a nat 20. What is your total?
23.
23?
Oh, shit. Sorry, I
Quadrant.
rolled a 16.
You rolled a 16, Ananya. Okay. And what did you roll?
14.
Rolled a 14. Okay. What's your character's name again? I'm so sorry.
Sarazov.
Sarah. Okay. All right.
Sorry,
and
Sarazov, not Sarazov. Sarazov.
Captain.
No, just
Ultimate
Sarah.
Initiative. Wow, that's okay. 3 plus 1 dex mod makes it a solid 20. All right. So, the ship is currently under attack by goblins. First in the initiative is Tordrum. What would you like to do?
Tordrum is wait, so how close are they from Tordrum?
Take a look at the map. So the big boy is right here. There are
It's hard to
two
see because it's
archers up on the
like very pixelated at times.
Big boy is over here on the south side. Two archers are up on the rocks, and there is not visible yet. There are two goblins who've thrown javelins into the ship. From what you can tell.
I would like to throw a dart at the one of them on the rock, like the blue die one.
Blue dot. Okay. So you
guess
see
so.
the archer who's just fired. He on the rock has a cover bonus, half cover, so he has +2 to his AC. But go for it. Chuck a dart towards him.
It
For
misses.
those of you who don't know what a goblin is, this is him.
Wow.
Ew, that's ugly.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Duh. I said dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
You said you couldn't roll today.
I
Look at him now.
When it's important.
He rolls when it matters.
I give it a good roll. I give it a good kiss. I whisper sweet nothing into its ears, and then I roll. That's a 4 points of piercing damage.
4 points of piercing damage straight to this guy. Total? You threw it at the blue guy, right?
Yes, sir. That is a dart in his face.
Okay. It slams into the goblin's shoulder and he recoils in pain. It's gonna have trouble with that bow. Okay, next up are those guys, and seeing as you just fired at him, that goblin is going to take a shot at you. That is a on the total 22 to hit, as he fires an arrow from his short bow at you. Okay.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
I'm
Bertram. The goblin who you just shot.
Yeah.
Is firing.
How much damage?
It
Roll.
is 3 damage.
What did he roll for?
To hit you?
Yeah.
To hit was 22.
Oh
The
yeah.
damage was 3 piercing.
Gotcha.
You taking it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You may AC is 16.
Yeah. So he hit you.
Yeah, he did. So I took 3
You
damage.
took it. Okay. Just
No,
making sure you're taking it.
I'm gonna dodge it.
Are you?
No, I can't dodge.
You have an ability. You do have an ability for that.
Oh shit! Actually, I'm gonna use deflect.
Okay.
Use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a range ball. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 7.
So this is 3 damage. Do you want to hold on? Do you want to take this and because there's another one who is also shooting at you right now? Do you want to take this one and just endure it, or do you want to try and use your reaction for this one?
I'm gonna use my reaction for
For
So,
this
like-
one?
the one that's about to hit me.
Okay. So you take 3 points of damage. The next one takes a shot at you. That is a 23 to hit.
That does it.
Okay, and that one is 5 piercing damage, unless you take your reaction on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my reaction. I'm just gonna roll it. Fuck of it, but I rolled right onto my crotch. That's a 10. That's 17.
So
Guys,
you
you're
use
having
deflect missiles.
fun.
Is there? Do you have to make a? I forget how deflect
See-
missiles works.
So it goes, when you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 7. If you
Okay.
reduce damage to 0, you can't spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack. It's a monk weapon with a range of 20 to 60. So yeah, I'm gonna use the key.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 1 key to send it back.
Okay, so you take it and loose the arrow right back at which guy?
The one who sent it at me.
That would be the red guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you send it back. Go and roll for that.
Would I have any modify? Oh, my
It's
modify.
whatever it says for deflect missiles. It's a ranged monk attack. What?
Yeah, it's a range attack as with a monk weapon,
Okay, so basically treat it as if it were your own weapon.
as if it were like a dart.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, is a 17 hit?
Against this guy, yes, it does.
Okay, and
Roll damage.
would the damage still be a 1d4?
It's an arrow, technically.
No, so this is an arrow from a short bow, so it would be. I'm just gonna say you use this. Roll 1d6 plus whatever your dex is.
Okay, because I am sending back the exact thing sent at me, so
Yeah.
I'm throwing a dart. So 1d6 plus what?
Whatever your dex modifier is.
That's a 5 points of damage.
Okay. You send an arrow right back into this guy's shoulder. And he just curses in Goblin. You have no idea what he's saying, but you can tell the gist of it.
It wasn't
Um,
nice.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the archers,
I'm going to
Uh,
assume just him screaming "fuck."
pretty much. Now it moves on to the captain, who is she whips out a crossbow, a light crossbow specifically, takes a shot at one of the archer goblins, and that is 16 to hit, which does hit. So, oh man, she's strong. I'm just gonna roll you. Okay. That's okay. 5 points of damage to the guy who shot at her. So the red guy gets a crossbow bolt straight in his head, and he falls down over the rock. So, taking out one goblin.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Inanya, you're up.
She gonna longbow that ship.
All right, who are you shooting? As there are currently, and you can see this. Tordrum initially couldn't, because he's on the other side of the ship. But as you look over, you see that the two goblins here have actually thrown javelins into the side of the ship with ropes attached to them, and they're
Oh gosh, damn it.
holding them.
Okay, well, and I'm just gonna try to hit the one that's closest to the boat.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it's like the first one that's like right after the two guys on the rock.
This purple
Yeah.
one. Yeah, you do hit him. Actually, I'm a dumbass. I mixed up their locations, and that's why it was so confusing at first. There we go. That's more.
Oh, I was gonna say, are they really gonna climb from like all the way over there, but okay.
This explains a lot. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, and I'm just gonna try to like do that.
Okay. Go and make a short bow attack.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
I think she got an 18.
18. Oh, sorry. Something I forgot to mention was the boat does move on the captain's turn, so
Oh.
it's going to move ahead just a bit, but it is being pulled to the side. And I knocked over Ananya because, of course,
Gosh damn it. She drowns. Goodbye, everyone.
Ananya dies. The end. Campaign over. Okay. All right. So you're up.
Yeah,
What
she
was
got an 18.
18 for which guy were you shooting at?
The one closest to the other rock.
This guy. Okay. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
5.
All right. You shoot into him as he's trying to hold this rope, and he lets his grip loose for a second. And you feel the ship lurch as he grabs it back. He looks very hurt. But in this time, right? Actually, sorry, you're up.
I'm up.
Yep.
So living on the water.
Or unless were you doing anything as a bonus action, you can move Stanley just to move him, or whatever you want to do.
Ooh, can Stanley hear me from where he's at?
Can Stanley hear you? Is
Yeah.
that what you said? Yeah. Stanley's in the
So if
middle
I were
of
to
the boat.
shout a command at him, would he be able to do it?
So Stanley can move on his own will. To have a command issued to him,
I know,
would
it'd take
be
my
your-
action, right?
It would be an attack action, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, as long as he's within earshot, then Stanley's just gonna be like growling for now. But I want him to move. Well, because if he moves too close to the side of the boat, he might get shot at, and I don't want him to get shot at.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna have him move next to me, but I want him to be kind of like behind me.
Okay, so he's going to move. And movement on the boat is a little different than movement on land. So 5, 10, 20, 25. Stairs is rough terrain, so he actually stops about halfway up the stairs.
Okay.
Sorry, you're up.
All right. Well, living
Or
on the
did
water
you
is good.
Did you want to move Ananya yourself or no? You guys could all move if you want. This is just part of your turns.
No, she's
Nope.
chilling.
Georgium, were you moving?
No.
It was okay. Good. right, you're up.
Saracen picked up one uncommon item during character creation, and that was
Okay.
a ring of water walking.
How
So,
Of course
convenient.
it is.
so he is going to hop off the side of the riverboat and run at the big goblin.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
And he can.
All
It's
right.
25 feet, so he can make it.
That you do. You leap off the side of the boat and
This conversation is gonna have to wait. There's a big dude over there.
Okay.
25.
And-
Running along the water, and he's right in front of you.
And I'm going to make like 2 longsword, 2 weapon fighting attack,
Okay.
which is what he is
Longsword,
proficiency
two-weapon
at.
fighting?
It said it could because they're both it said it could. 'Cause they're both versatile.
Okay, what versatile means is you can use it one-handed or two-handed. Two-handed does 1d8 damage, where one-handed does 1d6, I believe.
Okay.
Or
No,
like-
it's 1d8 and 1d10.
1d8, that's what, yes. Thank you.
If he's a master of 2-armed combat, is that okay, or should I switch to short swords?
Do you have the it has to be light rule?
No, it did not say that.
Alright. So if it's two-weapon fighting that he's good at, it has to be light weapons, so a short sword would work. The long sword, if you
Oh, I
if you
think
have
it
the
does
dual
have to
wielder
be.
feat, if
Oh no,
he has a dual-
his college of education in fighting was 2-weapon fighting. So
yeah, but that's two-weapon fighting is light weapons.
okay, well,
So it's if you wanted to do something of that nature, the dual wielder feat would be your friend.
okay, well. I guess I'll have to do one-handed attacks. I only have 2 long swords.
Okay, so you can pull out a longsword and do 2 hands on the
that's
longsword
a
for
shame.
1d8, if that's what you want, or it's okay. Rules.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so that's gonna not do as much damage as I would hope.
It's all right.
All right. Well, there goes my
Hopefully he
entire
doesn't
school.
die.
There goes my entire school of education.
Well, I mean,
Let's see.
yeah, for light weapons like short swords, stuff like that. Yeah, or if you were a dual
Oh.
wielder, then
Could I dual hand a light crossbow in one hand because it's a light weapon, and you can throw it in the other?
yeah. So you could have a light crossbow if it's one-handed, and a long sword. Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, never mind. Light crossbow's 2-handed. Never mind.
Okay, there you go. So
Can I
no,
do it? Ah, God. All right. Can I do a? Well, if I'm using 1 and 2 hands, I probably can't do that. All right. So he's gonna do his attack then with the 1 long sword.
one long sword, 2 hands on it.
It's gonna
alright.
be 12.
To hit this guy.
Yep. Yep.
You smack into this enlarged goblin, and it just scrapes against his chain shirt, and he looks at you and smirks a terrible smirk.
Could I cast action surge or not cast? Use
Yep.
action surge to
You
attack
can use
again.
action surge. So as the smug look crosses his face, you pop into a flurry of action
That'd be a 14.
and take another slash, and this goblin, he holds sturdy against it.
Darn.
And he had a look of concern for a second, but now he looks at you and he pulls out his scimitar.
Oh no.
All right, so that's what you got on your turn. Next up is these guys. So these two are taking their action to tie the rope down to the bushes and trees that they're next to. And you hear another as a javelin, another javelin pierces into the side of the ship, as there is a guy over here who has thrown a javelin into the ship and is now. That's what he's doing with his turn. That's that group, and now the goblin that is staring in front of you, large and intimidating, is going to. Actually, here's what he's going to do. He started to pull out the scimitar, but looking at you, he just kind of puts the scimitar away pulls out a javelin with a rope attached to it and chucks it at the ship. All right. And it lands into the other side of the ship. He, however, is not tying it down to anything. He is using disengage as his bonus action, so he does not provoke an attack of opportunity from you as he charges into the water, which is considered rough terrain for him. So that's 10, 20, 30. As he is now actually big enough to not be drowning in the water at this point. His head is still above, and he's holding onto this rope, moving his way towards the ship. Okay, and that is the first round of initiative, guys. All right, back to Tordrum.
I wish I knew that about 2-weapon fighting, because then I could attack twice with advantage on. Well, not advantage, with the modifiers on both of them. That's so sad.
How deep is the water?
The water here is actually relatively shallow, and the point that you're at specifically, like at this point, you'd imagine the rocks could be scraping the bottom of the boat if there was like more weight on it. But yeah, so you're judging from where you are specifically in the river because you're in the middle, from where you currently are. It would likely be about 15, 20 feet down.
Okay. So,
Correction, 10, 15.
so there's no chance Tordrum can get in the water and slap the shit out of the bigger goblin.
Oh, you could jump in for sure.
Could I? Okay. I want to jump in and get up to the goblin and make an unarmed strike at him.
Okay, so just knowing that you're gonna have a harder time in the water, you go 5'10" on the boat.
Yeah.
Leap overboard. That's 20.
Mhm.
You are kind of deep, so you use the rest of your movement to go up to here, I assume, so that you can actually breathe.
Yeah.
And then start making attacks against him. Go ahead and roll your unarmed strike.
Okay.
Your suit is drenched. You are absolutely. It's a terrible time.
I can try it out. So I'm going to make an unarmed strike again.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay, and you wind up for a punch, and you blam, and you hit him. Go ahead and.
And that's 6 damage. However, I'm also going to use Fury of Blows.
All right. Alpha key. All right.
So, second key. And that is 2 unarmed strikes. So
Yep.
should I roll them
Roll
separately?
for each one.
Okay. So first one's 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Ooh, okay. Second one is that's a 24.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hits. So the first one, you actually push your hand through the water, and he dodges out of the way just in time. The second one, you crack him across the jaw. What do you want to do to him? You're halfway to the open hand, so.
That is true.
So
So
what's the damage? And what else are you doing?
damage is a 5,
Okay.
and have him make a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, what to do now?
That is an 11.
Ah, he's prone. Mother
Okay, so as he's pushing in, you crack him across the jaw, and for a second he goes and falls down in the water as water is rushing across his face. That is your turn. As he is now under the water, holding on to the rope, but out of it. Okay. So the one archer in the east is taking another shot at the captain. And that is a wrong thing. Right, you then. This one.
Also, remember we had a quick Tordrum fight to mess with
Yeah.
Tordrum? I forgot to change my walking speed back. I'm like, why is it 18? It should be 35.
Okay. Wait, what?
Oh, that's
So
Here.
remember, we did a thing, and I
You
had
should be encumbered. Check that.
no, I'm not. No, I manually did it. It was
Oh.
customized.
Okay. Cool. So that misses the captain as she looks frustrated at the goblin over there. Now it moves on to her turn. She is going to fire a bolt at that goblin. Literally, the same thing. Fires off and misses. And she does keep the boat moving forward, and Anya falls over, but it is getting pulled into this area. Tordrum, you are a good away from the boat now.
There's a rope
There is a rope.
near me somewhere.
Okay. And Anya, you're up.
Yeah, she's up. Okay, I'm wondering here because I still have that hand axe on me, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna see if this works. I don't know. I hope. Ananya wants to put away her longbow and have the hand axe out, and she wants to see how hard she can slash with that hand axe to cut the ropes on the side.
Okay. Alright, and that you okay. So the ropes are positioned specifically here at this mark,
Mhm.
here at this mark, and here at this mark.
So she's gonna try for the first one, and if it happens to be a high enough roll, I don't know, because sometimes if you do really high rolls, you can get a little
The
more.
one
If
close
she-
to you?
the one closest to me, and then if she gets extra, then maybe try to let the weight of the thing cut off the other one too, if she can get
Well,
there.
they do have a good amount of distance. If
Okay.
you were to make an attack action, you could maybe cut one of them.
Okay,
so
well, I'll
are
try
you-
to cut
you're-
one of them.
Okay, you're moving over to that rope. Okay, so you hop down off the higher starting position, flinging yourself over the edge and going down. You take a swipe. Get out of here, Siri. Take a swipe at the rope that's right there. Go and roll an attack.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
What?
I was so sad.
Hand axe
yeah, that's-
plus 3.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so
What's your to hit?
she got 8, 9, 10, 11,
Well, okay.
right? Or
With
because it
the-
says plus
you
4
took-
on mine, so I just plus the 4 already there.
Was your strength mod? What? I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused.
For the
too.
hand
It's on the
axe?
strength mod plus that hand axe mod, maybe.
Yes, it is strength mod plus the hand axe mod, but she has a -1 strength, right?
I do. So I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, plus the
So-
hand axe.
Plus the hand axe thing that says plus 4 on the side.
Okay, if it says plus 4, it says plus 4. So you, it's specifically the hand axe plus 3, correct?
It's the hand axe plus 3. That's the one I added on there. It says hand axe plus 3. And
Good.
then
Okay,
for
just wanna make
hand DC, it says plus 4 next to it.
Yes. So you, total, so that's a total of what, 8, 9?
8.
Okay. You take a swipe down at the rope, but from the lurching nature of the goblins trying to pull the ship in, you actually just slightly whiff over it, barely. The axe is like correcting your strike, but you don't actually like land it.
Gosh damn it.
So that's your action. Still have a bonus action if you want to do that. Or
True, I
movement.
do.
You spend, what is that, 10 feet of movement?
Does 2 weapon have to be specifically? Wait, we click it. Click that.
Light
It's supposed to be
weapons.
light, which I'm so sad about
It has to
because
be light, but I
could have
have
changed
light
it. Like the
weapons.
character creation, I didn't.
I still have my dagger, right? I have 2 daggers
Yes,
on top
you do.
of that.
So you could use a
Yeah.
dagger.
I'm gonna go ahead and take out a dagger.
Okay.
And we're gonna try again.
All right. So whiff with the axe, but you already have a dagger out and you're ready for another swing. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Ooh. That one worked way better. Where are we at here? Okay. Dagger, haha, plus 6 to my 15. That's good, right?
Yeah. Roll damage.
It's a number.
You whiff, but then you come back with the dagger and get a good cut on the rope.
That's a
What's-
solid 6 for damage.
6 damage. With that, you sever the rope, and it falls limp into the river. And the goblin who threw the javelin.
Shit.
Okay. Sorry, you're up.
Okay.
The goblin you were attacking
So-
is disengaged and moved into the river.
So this is going to run, and the person's prone, right?
He is prone, yes. So your attack would have advantage.
I'm gonna roll.
Pete?
The first one got 21, so I think that's gonna be hard to beat. But yeah, the other one was 7, so 21. I'm gonna roll damage,
Okay.
and because of the savage attacker, I get to roll twice.
Of course you took that feat.
Yes, 13.
13?
It's 1d10 plus 3.
Okay. Alright, so this guy knocked out of it in the water, looks up just in time to see you plunge the blade down right into his chest. You see bubbles plop, like come to the surface as he lets out a scream and his body.
Can it be a
Lays there,
stream of
limp.
blood that kind of makes its way up too? I think that'd be cool.
Next to him is a there's a stream of blood that moves up to. Next to him, the strange like sort of bag that was on his side kind of flops up in as the river water is rushing past.
Can I grab that?
Sure. So you take a second to go down.
I'm standing,
stick
so
your
I
hand
can
in the
like.
water, pull the bag out. It's kind of difficult to get it up. It weighs about 15 pounds, but you pull the bag off his person. The potion bottle was left behind. God, I'm disappointed about that. Okay. Well, you took him out.
I'm gonna tell. Can I tell the small dwarf man that he should get on my back?
That you do.
Oh,
Because I can run across the water.
Drum.
Oh, that's true. You're not even. Yeah, so you weren't even going in the water. It was
No,
not
I'm
affecting your movement. You just
I'm
slammed
standing. Yeah,
down.
it just
Nice. Okay, so yeah, actually, on that case, you only used like 10 feet of movement. But if you want him to get on your back, that's going to be his next action.
Oh, it's up to
I
him.
think. Yeah. So you tell him that. Are you gonna? What are you doing? Is that the rest of your turn?
I
gonna wait
think
there?
so. I don't. Well, wait. I can't move anymore, can I?
Yeah, you can. You can split up your
Oh.
movement. You
Oh,
only
okay.
spent 10 feet, so if you
10, 20.
you can't like pick him up though.
Oh, sorry, the camera's gone all fuzzy. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. He's gonna run back up and climb onto the ship.
Okay, so you tell the dwarf, "Hey, get on my back," and then.
I didn't wait for him, but that's up to him.
All right. So Tortrim, as you like,
I'm just gonna say this now that I did get on his.
Okay.
it would have been your next action to do that, and he didn't
Well, yeah.
for your turn. So
I
you wouldn't be able to get on his
Oh.
back unless you were to wait there.
Could I hold my movement until he gets on my back? Weapon
You can
movement?
only really hold an action.
Ah.
Unfortunately, it's kind of dumb. I know. I would run it differently. But if you want, okay. So you made advancement towards the ship, but you're waiting there just to have him get on, and then sure, your next
Okay.
turn can be to move him. But as of now, I assume your next action then, Tordrum, is going to be to climb onto his back.
yeah.
Good to know. Okay, so next up, it's these guys. That was a yes. Did you take out that guy? That guy did not get taken out. So, okay. So this guy, of course. This guy here, actually, the rope is taut, and he charges out, climbing up it. He goes 5, 10, 15, 20, hops overboard onto the ship next to you, Ananya, and he's
Gosh,
paying
man.
he's paying no attention to you. He's grabbing from the barrels. That barrel of berries, he pops that open and he's grabbing stuff from it and shoving it into a small bag. This guy starts charging over too, but as he's crawling, he actually falls off the rope and into the water on the edge. He's just kind of loosely there. That guy's rope is cut, so he's got more of a distance to go. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's going to start climbing on the rope. Okay. That's his turn. Okay. Oh shit, the goblin that's on the boat is the injured one. Out of those guys. Okay, and that moves up to the initiative. So Tordrum,
Yeah.
you're up. So you're spending your action to get on his back,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Okay. I assume you're forfeiting your movement for that too. But
Yeah.
you do have a bonus action.
I mean, probably an attack, right? Just like a dart.
See, the thing with my bonus action is an unarmed strike or field blows, which I'm pretty sure is also an unarmed.
Which has to be after an unarmed strike. So
Yeah. So I can't
So
really
that-
make an unarmed.
So
Yeah.
you're spending your turn to basically get back.
Yeah. There's
Well,
really,
I mean, if you could go on yourself, that's fine. Like, that's like you don't have to get on my back. The image of a dwarf trying to swim in like 20-foot water.
Yeah, it would have been very difficult to get back. So you're spending your action to get on his back.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody has realized that the big boy's dead, so they're just gonna keep moving along. This archer is taking a shot against the captain. Slams into her. What am I doing? I need to get rid of
Oh
this.
no, the captain's gonna die, guys.
Question: can I throw the dwarf as an attack?
Well, it's not your turn just yet.
I mean, like in general.
I don't think you need to, but I mean, maybe you could do it as an action. I'd say.
Lord of the Rings moment. Gimli.
Okay.
Tiny.
Wait, hold on. It attacked the captain. What am I doing? It hit, so that was. What the hell? What am I doing? I'm failing at DMing. Oh shit. Okay.
No.
You see an arrow comes by and slams into the captain's neck, and she's still standing, but there's an arrow that's pierced through the back of her neck. Turns and fires her crossbow back, and the pain is just too much as it whiffs past the archer that was there. Okay, so that is those two, and now okay. Now, two other archers alert you of their position as they are now taking shots. One shot is against the big dwarf that is being lifted in above the water now. So one shot gets flung over at you, Tordrum, and that is a 21 to hit.
yes.
That would be
I'm using my reaction.
okay. So would have been 4 piercing damage. So what's your roll?
Number
for
7.
damage? 17? Yeah. You catch the arrow. Are you're rearing for an attack back at him?
Yeah.
Okay. Catch the arrow, swing it around, and throw it right back at that guy. Roll for it.
Yep. Does
Oh wait, it does say specifically what you do for that, right? Is it your monk? What is the?
okay? So if you reduce damage to 0 and have a free hand,
Yes.
I always do.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend 1 key to make a ranged spell. Not a ranged spell attack. A
Ranged
ranged
weapon attack,
Yeah,
which is d20 plus what?
with a monk weapon
Monk weapon.
with a range
So-
of 20 to 60 feet.
Ooh, okay, so your attack's gonna have disadvantage. And actually his attack should have. Should have? No? No, it didn't. It didn't have disadvantage. Wait, let's see.
Okay, so So the first roll is a 23. I rolled the same thing twice.
What was it?
23.
23. Yeah.
1d6.
Slams into this goblin from way far away.
1d6, right?
Yeah. 1d6 plus your dex.
5.
Okay. As you slam into this goblin, another shoulder shot. There seem to be many of these. Okay, the other guy is taking the time to.
I love how on the initiative run it's just Ananya from the side.
Yeah, I was going to add more, but I wasn't going to print out everybody's names.
No.
Ananya, there's an attack made against you that is a 19 to hit.
Gosh damn it, it does.
Okay.
Heads up,
Three
my
piercing
sister got a
damage.
flat, so I don't know. My dad's not answering his phone, so I might have to leave to go help her.
Okay. 3 piercing damage.
Ew! No one wants that.
The least amount
Did
of
we
damage
skip
to
my
put down.
action already?
Nope. It's now your turn.
Oh! I wanted to know, if I were to command Stanley to do something, that takes my action, but do I still have a bonus action?
It takes your attack.
Takes my
Um,
attack, but
So you would. So basically, you can choose to attack as an action. It's just it's a little specific thing basically where essentially at this point it takes your action, but at next level whenever you can do 2 attacks in one action, then it's like just saying, oh, you can command him to attack and attack yourself.
So I was gonna ask, is this possible that if I were to have Stanley try to attack the goblin on the ship, and then me try to cut the rope that's remaining? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that would technically be considered taking the attack action. So, yeah, okay.
Okay, then that's what she gonna do.
So Stanley runs around over to here, and takes an attack against him. Go and roll an attack for Stanley.
Oof, poor Stanley. Stanley's not doing so good. Stanley, what do I do for that? Like, what do I add?
It would be a bite attack, I think. Right?
Would it be a bite? So attack
Bottom right.
+3.
Okay.
So that was a 7.
7 total.
7 total.
Stanley takes a bite towards the goblin, who instinctually, being a nimble creature, moves out of the way. Does not hit. So you have your bonus action still.
Okay, then I'm going to slash dagger at the next set of rope. That is a nat 1, my friend.
So you would have to move next to the goblin for that. So you're right up next to him. There is a goblin currently climbing the rope that you're trying to cut. One in the water right next to it, and that goblin right there is, not doing great. So, just full on whiff the rope. As a matter of fact, natural 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take a swing with your dagger, and it actually slips out of your hand, and it goes falling into the river.
No! I'm so mad.
The dagger you were holding starts moving its way down the river. Okay. Sorry, you're up.
Okay, he's gonna move back onto the ship.
Okay, so this would be considered, you would be spending half your movement, not because you're in water, but because you're carrying a dwarf.
Okay.
So
Well, it's 15, so it should be.
10, 20, and then both of you can get onto this side at 30.
Okay, he's gonna then drop the dwarf.
All right.
Oi!
And could he then move in range to attack the goblin?
You spent 30 feet of movement just to get on the ship.
Oh, well, kind of like a crossbow bolt attack at the goblin.
That you can. Which one? The
It's
one
a light
that's currently
crossbow. No, the one that's just. Well, let's see.
taken. There are some barrels in the middle of the ship, which he's currently taking from. So,
Could I attack the one climbing the rope then? I guess.
but you can still see him. He just has 2 quarters cover, or sorry, his half cover.
Can I take a shot at the ones on the rocks that aren't covered?
This guy or these guys?
No, the. Well, I can take the blue guy over there. I think he's injured, right? The one
This
on the
guy
right.
over here is
Yeah.
injured. Yes, these
Yeah,
guys
I'm-
have been.
I'll take a shot at him.
Okay, take a shot at the blue guy. Roll damage. Or roll to hit. Sorry, don't roll damage. Jesus. Not yet. It's too soon. All right.
That is a 19.
Ooh.
19. Okay. Roll damage.
That is an 8.
Right into his head as he falls
Woohoo.
backwards. Body falls back, tumbling over the rocks. This goblin is now out. Okay. Very nice. Starting to wonder where their big boy is. All right. Is that it? Are you taking a bonus action for anything?
I don't think I need to. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay then. Moving on. Boarding party. Okay, so this goblin is going to spend his action flipping
isn't it-
open.
RJ's turn, or? Oh, here he went. Never
RJ's
mind.
at the top of the initiative. This is the boarding party now. He's gonna flip open another crate. There's a handful of like what's the word? It looks like there's like fancy silk robes in it. He grabs them. He's going to use his bonus action to disengage, and he is getting the hell out of there. So he's jumping overboard. So that's slam into the water. That's 10 feet of movement, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's trying to make a run for it, essentially. Okay. That guy is going to try to continue climbing, which he does. He successfully gets up here. He's going to spend his action to grab more of these robes and then disengage and try to get out too, but he has spent a bit of movement, so 20 or 30. Technically this was the guy that was there, so I need to swap them. I'm sorry. He was on the ground. So that guy grabs shit, moves out, and this guy is going to try to actually go for it, which he does. And he makes his way right up there. He's going to grab more of the berries, grabs a handful of those, and jumps off as well. He does not have as much movement, but he's there. Oh, and actually, no, he's close to the rope. Sorry, he's there. Okay, that's what they're doing. Back to the top of the initiative, Tordrum.
So there's none on the ship, right?
No, they've just grabbed stuff and they're trying to get away.
Tordrum's gonna want to head over to the two of them. Make the
These
two.
two? Okay.
Yeah.
So
And the other one, I thought. Wait, that was blue.
No, the captain's
blue is
blue.
the captain.
No,
Brown.
that's brown. I thought it was red.
No, red is Star.
Me.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I want to move up to them.
Okay, so you can pass through Stanley because he's technically an ally. So 10, jump overboard. That's 20, and you are right next to both of them in about decent water.
All right. I am going to make an unarmed strike to the one in front of me.
Okay, so roll for it.
Okay.
All right.
And then, however, I'm also going to say real quickly, I'm going sweeping attack from my feats of martial adept. So I'm going
badass.
when you hit when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one superior die to deal damage to another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within your reach.
It's when you hit, so you don't have to declare it now.
Alright, I'm just saying, like, if I hit him.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 19 without any modifier, so again.
Yeah, that hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
The damage for the first attack is 6.
Okay.
And then so I'm gonna use sweeping attack. So
Now, is that a bonus action or?
it's a feat.
Yes, I know it's a feat, but do you spend a bonus action to do that?
Um,
Or is it just something that happens when you make an attack?
I think it's just something that happens when you make an attack.
Shit, so you still have a bonus action. Okay! Alright, so roll a d6 for the next guy.
Ooh.
Okay. That's a 1.
Oh.
Still damage.
Yeah.
Wait, it automatically hits the next guy, right? Just to clarify.
Oh yeah, because it says martial item, no action.
Great! So yeah, so you actually
It's broken.
you take a swing right at the back of this guy's neck, and just as he actually, this goblin looks like he's in a shitload of pain. There's blood that runs down his nose as he's trying to run away from you, and as he actually makes that motion, he slaps the goblin next to him in the face, and it's like, ah!
I'm going to use my bonus action.
Okay.
To use my final key point right now to use Fury of Blows.
All right, go for it.
So here's the first one.
Damn Tordrum.
That would
I did not know that Tordrum was this. I don't know, broken.
So that's a 9.
That's a 9
Yeah.
to hit.
Yeah.
The first second attack, whatever. Boom, misses. Go ahead and on the next one. And just to specify, are you hitting the guy you hit in the back of the head or the other guy?
This is the guy in the back of the head.
Okay. And your next one?
That is a 21.
That hits.
Okay.
Ooh.
And that one is damage.
You really, what is it?
I'm not about to roll damage, I'm saying.
You don't even really need to. He's at 1 hit point.
Ah!
Just for fun, roll it.
Roll it, okay. That's actually a 1, so 4. Because of my thing.
You, as an extension, you see there's like, from your punch, like, you think like maybe his spine caved in, and you actually take that opportunity and grab his head and just
I have a question.
Oh.
snap it fully back.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I use the open hand technique to have his body go flying forward?
Oh no.
Yeah, that'll automatically hit, sure. So you snap his neck and shove him forward 10 feet.
It's actually up to 15.
Okay. You want it 15 feet?
Wonderful.
Could you do it at the
God.
other person?
Snap his neck and throw him forward 15 feet. His body.
Could you do it at the other person?
Can I have him hit the
Yeah. The other person's like, what the hell? As he looks down and he sees the broken neck of the goblin that was next to him. He's
No. I mean the person in the back. Could he hit that person
Yeah.
with the other person's
this
body?
guy, right?
Yeah, could he hit him with the other body?
Yeah, you did. He hit him right in the right on the back of the leg. And he's even more encouraged to get the hell out of here.
Now startled? Or shall I say frightened?
Yeah, okay, so
Not actually.
that's his turn. The archers are all dead. It's the captain's turn. She is pissed at this guy. She's taking a shot, but her head is still hurting from the arrow that's and shoots and flies past him. No effect. The west archers are up, but actually, yeah, they're taking shots at you, Tordrum, because you're trying to pursue. So they are. That's 1 short bow shot to you, which is 21 to hit, and that's going to be 3 piercing damage.
Can I use reflect missile?
Does it take a key point?
It takes a key point to send it back.
Oh, so you can just catch it. Okay.
Yeah, so it says
All right.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
can-
you can use it. It's 3 points of damage that you just catch the arrow.
Yeah, that's a 14.
Yeah, you just catch the arrow right next to you.
And I'm
Put
gonna
your head back right where it was and just stare at him.
I'm gonna give him a death glare. You're next.
Oh.
Oi,
The
you're next.
18 to hit for the next guy shooting at you.
That does hit.
Okay. And as you're giving this death glare, the other guy takes the opportunity to look right where you moved into the arrow shot of the other guy. He takes this time to and lets loose another one that hits you right in the shoulder. That is 8 points of damage.
Oof.
Can I use another reaction?
You can do one reaction per round.
Oh,
Or
okay.
one reaction per combat
Okay.
round. Yeah.
How much was it?
8 points of damage. 8
Okay.
points of piercing damage.
Oof.
Okay.
Rough.
So that's them. Ananya, you're up now. There's
Okay, who's still alive?
So there's this guy trying to get away, and this guy too, and there are the archers over here who seem to be focusing on Tordrum.
And I'm okay. Ananya's gonna try to shoot at one of the archers with her longbow.
Okay. Pull out your longbow.
She pulling out that longbow, and she just gonna you feel that, I feel that. 18.
That does hit just barely because they do have cover. One peeks his head out, and which one are you shooting at? Are you shooting at the red one, which is closer, or the blue one?
The red one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, damage is a. Oh, it's a D8. Gosh damn it, that was a really good. I got 4 for a D. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, so it's a D8. Is it this one?
It's the one that looks like a D4 but double. Are you holding it? I can't tell.
What is this? But that's a 6, right? It's this one.
No, that's a 10.
What the frick?
It's the
This
ones
one!
that are on the table.
This one,
It's these
right?
It's this
ones.
one.
No, that's a 6. It's the.
No, that-
oh wait, no. Yeah, it is that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is this one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the pyramid on top of the pyramid.
Oh shit.
Okay. Roll for it.
That was a 5.
Sorry. It's 5. Okay. Yeah, you were shooting the injured one, so your arrow just right into its head, and
Woo!
it falls limp, its body leaning over the rock. Alright, that guy's down. Okay. Sarah, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, so Sarah's going to run 30 feet west.
West.
Um,
Okay.
Basically, like,
Yeah.
it's going to be, like, near the front of the ship.
Uh,
He's going off the ship, so, like...
Off the ship? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're hopping off the ship and then running towards these guys?
Yeah.
So you're there. 5, 10, 15, 20. How many feet? 30?
30. He's running as far as he can.
30. Okay.
And then he's going to take a crossbow shot.
You shoot at the guy who's on top of the rock, right? Or
Yeah, that's
No.
the plan.
okay.
I don't know. Oh, that is a 22.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is a 10 hit. 10 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. He falls.
Woohoo!
Undamaged before now. Just takes the shot, and he too falls limp on the rock. All right. Is that your turn? You doing anything else?
I don't think there's really much else I can do, so... I'm not injured or anything yet, so...
All right then. This guy is taking a. Can he dash as a bonus action? No, he can't. But he's using his full action to get the hell out of there. So he is going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then double that distance. Try to get away with some berries and some cloth. His risk paid off. This guy is disengaging, and he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, and yeah. Wait, no, he disengaged as a bonus action, so he can go 35. Yeah. Ah! He moves. And they dart into the forest. Okay. Back up to Tordrum. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and get onto land, and then get up. So that was what?
15 feet of movement you just used?
15? So I have 20
You have a
left.
lot of... What?
I have 20 left.
Where are you moving? So,
35.
I
That's
thought...
all.
Yeah.
35. So now
are there any more enemies?
there's...
You
there's
moved on to- There's no more enemies. The two that you just were in person with have charged off this way.
Right.
One of them he's moved 60 feet. The other one that you were the sweeping attack, that one moved. He's 60 feet from you right now. The other one is like 70.
Can I throw a dart at one of them?
What's the range on a dart?
20 to 60.
So, do you want to spend more movement to get closer to him? Because you've spent 15 feet. You have 20 left, but he's currently 60 feet away and he's trying to run from you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move up another 10 feet
Okay.
and then throw
Are
a
you
dart.
attacking the one who was on the boat and got really hurt, or are you attacking the one who
The
got
one that
hurt?
really hurt.
All right. To throw a dart at that guy. From disadvantage on your attack.
Okay, so I roll twice then?
Yes.
First one's a
Take the lower.
21. 13.
13. He dodges out of the way as the dart goes flying past. I thought that hit for a second. He has nothing. The captain, not doing too hot, but oh shit, light crossbow has range though. She's gonna shoot the guy in the front. She wants her silks, damn it. And with a nat 1, ding!
Oh.
Wow, so disappointing. All right, that's her. Archer's dead. Ananya, you're up. Are you doing anything? What are you doing?
Let's see.
Currently have your bow out. You
Far
just
can it
shot
go?
and took out one of the archers over there.
The range is like 150, so I guess she could shoot her long bow all the way down and shoot. Pachoo,
Guy in the front.
pachoo.
Guy in the front.
I
who's
need to
right
count
next
up how
to you.
many arrows I've spent, though. Okay.
Yes,
That's okay, I'll do
that
that
is
later.
important to keep track of as you're going along.
I know that I have enough that everything I'm doing now isn't going to be affected. I got
Okay.
a 18.
18. You should be tracking these as you go along, by the way. That does hit. Roll damage.
Well, it fell on the floor, but
Just-
whatever that answer is what we'll take.
And whatever it is that kills you.
5.
Straight through the back of the chest. Face plants onto the ground. That guy is out. Oh, also you took out that guy. Cool. Alright, so there's one guy left on the field, and he is looking very, very, very terrible.
All right, so
He's like, edge of
Saracen,
his life stumbling away.
Saracen's gonna run up to as close as he can to the person,
To who?
the running, the runner,
The running
with the
goblin.
silks.
Running Goblin is like over. You can't even see it on the board, but imagine like right
Yeah.
here.
So
but, like-
he's gonna get onto land and fire his crossbow,
1, 2,
which has like 100 things, like 100. It has
5,
80 foot of actual range and 320 foot of other range. Apparently, there's 2.
6.
Yeah.
So there would be a tree that. Actually, no. With his distance, that tree wouldn't even matter. You would have a perfectly lined up shot on him.
All right,
Roll back.
that is a 20.
How do you want to end this encounter? As
He's carrying a bag of silks, right?
running away. Yes.
I want to try to hit the bag of silk so it drops. I don't care if he gets away. We want that silk back.
Okay. So he has 1 hit point though. He's like edge of his life
Yeah.
right now. So
Headshot.
you don't want to kill him. You just want him to drop the thing.
So that's a 7.
Yeah. The shot actually pierces through his arm and rips through the other side. Right about here. And the silks drop from his hand and he runs off, leaving a massive blood trail just spewing.
I actually have to be right back, so...
Okay. Well, that's the end of the encounter, guys. Good job. We did go to 3:30. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But I hope this was a fun time.
Yes, that was a spicy bean time.
Okay, the captain is currently having a not good time. Do you want to try to do some like finishing wrap up stuff, or do you just want to call it here and we'll address the rest next time?
Address the rest next time.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right. So at your current time, captain is heavily wounded, holding her neck, which currently has an arrow in it. Anania Stanley, you're on the boat. The Tordrum is in the forest just a tad, and you got that long-range shot from Sarah, who I will get the full name down proper eventually. I just hit my elbow. Ow.
Tarzan. Is he in the forest too? Is Tarzan in the forest too?
Yeah, so they're right here. Sarzan is red.
Okay.
All right. Well, ladies and gents, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. We got a lot of fun things done today. I didn't think we would do all of these, and I thought that I would have a little more to deal with. So, but it turned out all right, and
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. You guys have a fun session.
2 pieces were caught, by the way. And yes, this was a lot of fun.
I know what I need to do.
I love you as Tordrum. I think that was such a perfect character to create.
Oi!
It was incredible. I am.
Oi! Maybe Tordrum can make a guest appearance in the main campaign.
Maybe he can. It all depends. We're gonna need to know Aubrey's work schedule, and things may line up coincidentally.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
Tordrum
that
could just
week
randomly
does
show up
not,
as well.
Tordrum's what?
Tordrum could, like, after, if they separate, show up too.
Maybe. But as of now, is there any other stuff we want to go over? Anything at all? Or are we just... Am I forgetting something? So the first one of these sessions is currently up on the main playlist, and there is also a secondary playlist. And on top of that, we have the last session from Friday up on the playlist. So go check those things out. It's a cool time, and I will catch you all around.
Adios!
I'll just say real quickly, Tordrum's doing the Irish
Doing the Irish what?
jig.
Nice.
Oh.
So
He's doing victory shit.
He's doing
Nice.
victory shit. He's dancing his ass off.
All right. Bye.